Are we live? Are we live? I will double check, but I think we might be live. If I'm live. Hello, everybody. If I'm not. Oh, wait. Here we go. Let me double check. Yay, we are live. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I don't even know how to start this. It's been so long. Hello. I hope everyone is doing very well. I have set up my camera. I'm not sure if this is the first time I've ever used my actual filming camera for streaming rather than just a webcam, but here it is. I've got a mic. It's all professional. I'm like Chris Howard or something over here. It's amazing. How are you all doing? I am in a very unique point in my life. Actually, I'm gonna move this. There we go. I should have started this way in the first place, just so you can see my lovely face. I'm in an interesting point in my life where I've got a child who is 2.5. I still have a very lovely wife, and we have another child on the way. And that's all really exciting news. Simultaneously, life has gotten even more complicated as of this year, because at the end of last year, I transitioned from working a salaried job at the mortgage company I've worked at for the past 6 years to now working for myself. I formed a business called Archify Media, which is basically just a video production agency, but I'm doing the same thing I've done all along, but just now it's scarier and also more exciting because I'm doing it for not just the mortgage company, I'm doing it for an array of clients. And honestly, I'm very happy with it. I'm very excited about it. And I'm sorry to just kind of launch into here's where I've been in life, but that's where I'm at. And how are you all doing? I figured today we're going to play some Oregon Trail. We're going to make it really chill, but I also just want to hear how you're all doing and just kind of have a fun time. This is also, as you saw from the title down below, this is the late Punuary live stream. I decided to make it that way kind of on a spur of a moment. I decided to do a live stream today because, you know, it's just time. It's been time for a long time. But as I was setting up the stream, it keeps the default from before, and I just want to double check the chat, make sure that people aren't like, I can't hear you or anything. Oh, turn up the mic. I can do that. I can do that. How do I do that? One moment. I know how to do it. I know what I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah, give me just a second and I'll turn up the mic. Okay. There's the microphone. Let me know how this sounds. I'm going to keep talking. You can give me feedback on how that sounds in the comments. It'll take a second for me to see what you guys are saying, but where was I? Oh yeah, so on the spur of the moment, I decided to make this the Punuary live stream because I was setting up the stream and saw it kept the default of what the last stream was, which was a thumbnail that said Punuary live stream, and it said the 3rd annual live stream, and I was like, oh man, how many years has it been that I've tried to get to Punuary and just haven't? And yep, it's been about 3 years, because 2021 was the last live stream, well, actually the last Punuary that I did, because 2021 October was when Eliana was born, and, first few months of having a newborn are just, you're not getting sleep, you're not even necessarily staying up with the son, you're staying up with the daughter instead. I thought you'd find that funny. Hannah's over here. She's laying down on the couch, but she is going to be my soundboard for whether my jokes are funny, because I won't know until like 10 seconds after I've told them whether you guys thought they were funny. But no, so it was just a very busy time. 2022, I just kind of I made plans to do Punuary, and then it just didn't happen. 2023 rolled around, and I had the plans from the previous year, and I was like, okay, plug and play. But no, we were just, again, far too busy. And let's see how the mic's doing. The sound is better, could be a bit louder. TS Melon, please don't skip dinner. I mean, you could skip dinner. I'm not going to stop you, but I don't think it's necessarily the best for your health. Also, I just realized that I forgot entirely. Like, no one who's watching this in retrospect is going to know what's going on because I don't have chat as a input on this. I have it on the game focus, but I don't have it on this scene. So let me grab that real quick. Stick that. There we go. Oh my gosh, I think there are more comments than I realized there are. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Maybe we'll make that smaller. Yeah, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna go back now that I've kind of given you a bit about where I am. It's basically it's high time that I do a live stream for Punuary. So we're gonna make this a flex Punuary, a very belated tri-Punuary, and hopefully next time I can actually get to the actual Punuary when it's Punuary. But right now it's Punu-April, so we'll go with that. All right, so going back through, I'm just gonna read these comments. Hype, hype, hype. Yes, people are excited. Daniel Elliott says, ironic that the late live stream is late getting started. That I'm very sorry. So I thought that I had everything ready. I've been prepping this for hours just to make sure that everything looks good, everything's ready. And the one thing I didn't consider was that OBS was going to have old information for how to connect to my YouTube channel. So when I started streaming, it was like, there's an issue, and I had to reset it all. So but I got it. I started only 3 minutes early, 3 minutes late. So I think that's definitely not as late as Punuary is. Let's see. Someone said there's a dog outside. Oh, Yickman here. There's a dog outside my apartment that just got startled, and now I think everyone here is wide awake and on high alert. Well, I'm definitely wide awake and alert because gotta be for this stream. We are alive and alive. Let's see. Daniel Elliott doing well. Good. Sad you couldn't make it for the eclipse. We had talked about meeting up for the eclipse and it just didn't work out. But I did get pictures, so there's at least that. Which I can show on this stream if people haven't seen them yet. But let's see. Been here says, just say Happy New Year and all the other holidays that are today. Oh yeah, I should. We should do it here. I'm gonna write that down because I don't have a ton of plans for this stream other than playing Oregon Trail and just kind of giving you guys an update on life. But this, and also like puns, of course, but I want to make sure that this is a fun thing. And like, I think that getting like whatever people think it would be a fun thing based on what the masses demand. That's what I'm going to put. So I'm going to put holidays. We're going to do like an impromptu Fantastic Fridays here, and we'll see what we can get going. Hickman here. You didn't start your own mortgage company. No. The reason partially was because I just really realized that all along in my career, because here's where I started, was I wanted to be a writer for like Focus on the Family, and that was when I was like 14, 13, and so I started working on my writing skills and realized that I didn't like writing all that much. I didn't like looking at Word documents all day. And then I transitioned to podcasting, got into like the Odyssey podcasting world and stuff, and did a ton of audio production. Same thing. Realized I didn't like looking at waveforms all day. And then eventually kind of stumbled, with the Blimey Cow and everything, the YouTube scene. I was like, oh, making YouTube videos. That's a creative element. That's, I'll try that. And finally I found something that I wasn't staring at the same thing all day. There's variety. And it's sort of the same thing with the mortgage company. It was great. And part of the difficulty with working for a mortgage company on marketing is that mortgages are just so boring that you have to come up with something that's not boring to make it so that people even care about looking at your marketing. And that's what we did. And we were good at it. We still are good at it. We just don't work there anymore. Like, I still work for the mortgage company, just from my own company. so they're using me as a vendor instead. But that's what you have to do, is that you have to come up with creative content that people actually want to watch so that you can get the message of mortgages across. So like that was even more kind of just in my alley. I need something that's stimulating and like there's a diverse set of tasks to do. And now it's even better because I'm not just doing that for a mortgage company, I'm doing that for more people. So it's kind of, I've gone back to my roots to a degree, because a big part of the business, like finding that creative element to make it so that movies or videos are things that people want to watch, part of that means making content that is story driven. And so to that degree, I'm kind of going back to my roots of writing, right back to the beginning, right back to my roots. And so I'm going back and doing creative writing and stuff, and it's just fantastic. I'm enjoying it so much. Let's see. Gotta keep going. Okay, T.S. Mellon says he's back. Chris says, still delivering your happiness, aka Amazon packages for nearly 4 years. Well, that's still awesome. Well, thank you for delivering. I'm not sure that you deliver my happiness, because sadly you don't deliver to this area, but you deliver everybody else's happiness, and that's what's important. Daniel Elliott says, life is going all right. Figured out why our dryer stopped working. Just need a replacement belt and an hour to fix it. Yeah, that would do it. That would fix it. Oh, hey, we're up to 10 viewers. Look at that. Hello, everybody. This stream will be really good. Over 3 years in the making, says Yikman here. Yep, it has. I've got all this pent-up creativity. I've got to unleash it upon the masses. Becky Stewart, hello. Hi, Ryan. It's Zimran. Okay, Zimran in the car at the moment, so I'll be in my mom's account for the next half hour. Okay, got it. And then, let's see. I'm caught up to a point. Daniel Elliott says, my voice control just heard you say go back and went back to the YouTube homepage. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, I probably just said it again and messed you up again. Well, I will try to, I guess I gotta write that down. Don't say those words or I will trigger Amazon Alexa or something. The eclipse was awesome. If I ain't in the Oregon Trail party, says Juana. Oh, okay, well, I'll write that down. We'll get Juana in because Juana is dying for some dysentery, apparently. We've got Daniel JB saying it isn't Punuary, it's April. Yeah, it's Punu-April, right? Punuary is not just a time of year. It's a state of mind. A state of mind that you can carry with you into the other months. And it really kind of tides you over until the next Punuary. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like Christmas in that we don't get to January and just forget the fact of Christ's birth. We don't get to April and say, oh yeah, that never happened. We don't get to I gotta think of another month. We don't get to September and say, yeah, we don't have a savior. No, we know that all along because of the magic of Christmas in December. And it's the same way with Punuary, definitely. Propelling Point says we just need 6 more. Oh yeah, to get up to 16, of course. We're up to 10 now, sadly. Zimran said, if I ain't dying from dysentery either, heads will roll. Oh boy. Well, we gotta get Zimran in here. Gotta make sure that dysentery causes some leakage. Right? I've seen what you say on the Chris Howard live streams. I know what's going on. It's just weird. Stay leaking. Juana, I'm gonna break out the Hunger Games game. Oh yeah, the Hunger Games game! That would... Oh, now I don't want to play Oregon Trail. I want to play that. Maybe next time. I do want to make these live streams more of a consistent thing. Maybe even just, like, even if it's just monthly. I realize, like, it's... To set it up and do it is like a 2 or 3 hour period of my life that I can definitely make happen. And so I need to just find the time, schedule it in, and then we can make it happen. But the other nice thing is that, so I told you all about how I started my own business. The neat aspect of that is it is a video business, and the what's the word? The mission, really, of the business. The reason that Josh Taylor's in here. I will get to you here in a second. He says Ryan, looking dapper as always. Thank you. I have my bow tie, of course. Gotta be wearing that. I feel like I thought that I got to all the comments, but I'm not sure. Oh, I'm looking at top chat. I need to be looking at live chat. I probably missed several messages. That's unfortunate. Is my voice all right, by the way? I think, I don't know if I ever circled back to the sound element of everything. But yeah. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, the mission of Archify Media. Partially, if you want to hear the reason I called it that, because it's Archify, Arcify. And the reason that I called it Archify Media is because around the time that we were trying to come up with a name, and we were kind of realizing, okay, we're going to start this business because we've done this on the side as a freelance gig, but just under my name. It was just Ryan Matlock freelancing. And we wanted to incorporate it as an LLC and like give it a name and make it an actual, a bigger endeavor, sort of, and make it so that if we got big and wanted to hire employees, we were set up for that. And so the reason we called it Archify Media. Oh, you wanna come hang out? My daughter's over here. You wanna see everybody? Well, you can't see them. Yeah? Okay. Whoosh. This is my daughter, Eliana. Say hi. Wow. She's hanging out behind me. Yeah, you're on the camera. Yeah. Yeah, the X-Men here, you've got it. Archify. The reason we called it that is because we wanted to tell better stories than what we were seeing, just coming out of Hollywood, coming out of even just random marketing that we see. There's a lot of marketing out there that it is just in your face and it's like, buy our stuff. And that's not a good way to sell to people. And then there's a lot of videos out there. Like recently I saw Disney's Wish and did not like it. I was not a fan of the storytelling. I felt like it was very hodgepodge, and it's just like I'm looking at all this and I'm like, how is this happening? And I'm thinking through it, and one common trend I see is that they put together a story and it's just kind of a plot that happens. There's not really a narrative arc where a character starts at one point and then is brought along a journey and then they get to a new point where they're different than they were at the start. And so there's just sort of, and like that's a very simple tenet of storytelling that you learn in a creative writing process or a creative writing class. You learn that at the start. That's like bare bones basics. And so we founded the company with the goal to, whether it's marketing videos or whether it's content that we're making for creative use outside of marketing purposes. So whether that's like a short film or something, we're dedicated to whatever we're making. We're going to tell those stories well. We're going to remember the bare bones basics, even the not bare bones basics. We're going to remember what makes good stories, and implement those in what we make so that it's something that people actually want to watch and not something you're just making because, well, we've got to make a commercial. Truly, I think that philosophy will mean that more people watch what we make, and thus what we make is actually truly a valuable product and service to the people we're selling to. So that said, the reason that it's called Archify Media, being that we care about storytelling, means that one of the endeavors as part of Archify Media is getting back into creating consistent YouTube and podcast content, sponsored by Archify Media. Isn't that cool? I've got a sponsor. It's myself. All right. What do you think? You want to keep sitting here? Or do you want to play? You want to play? Okay. Give me just a sec. She also needs a diaper change. Oh, I got you there. I can smell it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Love you.
Love you. All right. Okay, I haven't checked chat for a second. Let's see. Josh Taylor. Okay. Imagine how Josh's life has changed from the last Punuary live stream. Right. He's got like 3 children now? I forget how many kids there are at this point. I think it's 3. But also, just like Blimey Cow has taken off significantly. More than I've been able to keep up with it, sadly. But I've been able to check in on videos here and there, and it like there's just like a lot of content coming out of Blimey Cow right now. It's really cool to see. Wanda says Eliana's so big, right? She's 2.5 now, and we've got another on the way, due in like a month. And that's gonna be a boy, by the way. If I realize, like, I haven't shared much about this this what would it be called? Pregnancy. Yeah. Thanks, Hannah. I haven't shared much about this pregnancy online, like, at all. And to be fair, I didn't share much about Eliana's in the first place either. Like, I've tried to be, not really trying to be private, just not really focused on going to the internet and saying, hey, focus on me, give me attention, I've got a child, because I would rather just enjoy the time that I have with my family and not really use it for views. So I haven't really gone out of my way to share much about Eliana or this new baby online, but you know, I have the opportunity that I'm talking to the internet now, so I figure now would be a good time to let people know about that are interested in that. You've been here says, yeah, there's a surprising amount of marketing out there that's just, we had to make something rather than quality. Exactly. And that bugs me, because there were points when I worked for GBC Mortgage that we would get requests and it was like, hey, just we want this. And like, even now, I'm sure to get clients that are just like, hey, I want this. But part of the business model is that we have consultation that goes on before we ever make videos, where we say, what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish through these videos? And if the goal is we want to make money or we want to get a certain number of clients, then we say, okay, here's the path to get to that organically. Not in like hell, we'll just make something and then put a ton of money behind it and eventually someone's going to click on the ad. No, we want it to be quality, not quantity of ads, quality ads that drive actual connections with potential customers. So yeah, it's here's hoping I'll be able to make it so that the ads that you see online, if they're made by me, are not the kind that you don't want to watch. They're actually something valuable or useful, at least even on a basis level. But we want it to be like truly useful. Daniel JB, like when Captain Sparkles would sponsor across his own channels. Exactly. See, I'm not making money off of it, but it is a sponsorship because it's an endeavor as part of the business now. So sounds like a pretty good deal. Sign yourself to a big money sponsorship contract and leverage it for other sponsorship negotiations. Exactly. I should pay myself as much as possible so that if I get another sponsorship, I can be like, well, my first sponsorship by Archify Media, that was $5,000 for one video. I have not one, but 2 nieces, Daniel JB says. Expected in November. Wow. So is that like from multiple siblings or is that like twins? I'm curious now. Juana says, I'm already tired and ready to meet Oliver. Aw. Yickbin here. That's exciting for you. Uncle Daniel JB. Exactly. Becky Stewart or Zimran throws a ton of money at it. Sounds like Marvel currently. Exactly. Marvel, Disney, it's very confusing how low effort things kind of seem right now. And that's not like everything. There were some projects that I really liked. Like I thought the Loki season 2 finale was really good. But you know, there's just some stuff that it's just like, it was kind of mid. Daniel Elliott, I work in Martech, sending email campaigns for a large nonprofit, and even in emails promoting the product, they give a brief glimpse at how it could change the customer's life. That's good. Yeah. And like, not just how it changes the customer's life. I think that what's even more valuable is not just like, here's how this could change your life, because I don't think that a lot of products truly change people's lives. I think that with product marketing, what you're asking for is it something that's going to create, like you're asking, is it something that's going to create value? So to that extent, it is changing their life. But you're also asking, like, how is this not just another piece of junk? Because I think that the consumer is, like, just on the scene of products, there's a lot of consumerism that's just like, it's inundated people. And you even see this with like the minimalism movement, that people are actually looking to make their lives less cluttered. And so they need less products. And so if your product if you can show with your product, hey, here's why this product is going to make your life simpler, not just like, this is another thing to have in your home, but actually, like, this can actually whittle down the number of things in your home that can also be valuable. Daniel JB, my sister and my brother's wife. Okay, so it's not twins, but that's awesome. Okay. Well, we've gotten about 30 minutes in, and we haven't played any Oregon Trail. So if people have more questions for me, I think I'm happy to answer them. But we're going to go ahead and move over to Oregon Trail here. Right? I don't know if you guys can actually hear Eliana in the background, but she just made some noise. I turned the sound off for Oregon Trail just because there's not really any sound except for the 8-bit music that plays every once in a while. And if people really want that, I can turn it back on, but I don't think so. I don't think I need to learn about the trail or anything, so we'll just go ahead and travel the trail. All right. Banker from Boston, carpenter from Ohio, farmer from Illinois. What do we want to do? I want to be... you know what I want to do? What I want to do? I want to make it the hardest possible on myself to play this. Okay? This is going to be the try super hard not to completely die stream. So let's see. What might be the hardest on us? I think, if I remember correctly, the banker has more money. The carpenter's better at, like, repairing the wagon or something. Or maybe they just already have a wagon. Actually, I can just see this. Differences. The farmer earns the greatest number of points, and the banker earns the least. Okay. So, sounds like the hardest option is the farmer. You'll have more money for supplies and services. Got it. Okay, so let's try the farmer then. What is the first name of the wagon leader? Why, the wagon leader's name is Punuary, of course. And the 4 members of my party. Well, we're going to have Juana, of course, because she asked first to be included. In fact, if anyone else other than Juana and Zimran want to be part of the wagon team, please speak now or forever stay in Ohio or something. Let's see. Yeah, Yikbin here says if you're the banker, you can throw money at things. Let's see. Okay, we don't have anybody requesting to join the party yet. I'll give it a little bit longer. In the meantime, if no one does decide to join, I could put Hannah and Eliana in here and risk their lives along with my own. Welcome back, Zimran, to your home. Excited to have you back at your home, I guess. Let's see. Happy Man says, you could put Happy Man in. There we go. Okay, Happy Man, you're coming with me. One more person. Not banker. We should add not banker to the... Let's see. Now I'm confused a little bit because I've got 2 chat things in my OBS and they're not synced quite. That's my problem though. All right, Happy Man's here. Oh, the high-speed tree hugger says good evening. I love that username. You're not just a normal tree hugger. You're a high-speed tree hugger. Josh Taylor for dysentery 2024. Okay. Josh, I wonder how many characters I have. Josh Taylor for that is how many I have. Is that. So we'll do Josh T for I can't do numbers. Boo. For dysentery 2024. There we go. If no one else wants to join, that's what we'll do. Yeah, we've just volunteered Josh Taylor. So Josh Taylor for dysentery 2024, as abbreviated, is going to be joining us. All right. Are these names correct? I hope so. Yes. All right. It is 1848. You're incorrect. It is 2024, but we'll go with that. Your jumping off place for Oregon is Independence, Missouri. You must decide which month to leave Independence. In America, we never leave Independence. So we ask for advice. You attend a public meeting held for folks with the California-Oregon fever. I don't think I've ever selected this option. That's really funny. They literally have like a sign posted out. They're like, folks with the California-Oregon fever. And everyone walks by and they're like, oh my gosh, I do have the California/Oregon fever. I must attend this meeting. And so they go to the meeting and they go, all right, hear ye. Oh, hold on. I gotta do my, I gotta do something funny with the stream. Hear ye. If you leave too early, there won't be any grass for your oxen to eat. If you leave too late, you may not get to Oregon before the winter comes. And if you leave at just the right time, there will be green grass and the weather will still be cool. And all these farmers are like, we know that, but there's not really a good option now, is there? And so they try to make their decision. They're like, well, if I leave in March, that's obviously too early. If I leave in July, that's obviously too late. And they pick something in the middle. But we're not going to do that because we're doing the hard mode version of this game. So we don't have any money. And we're either going to leave and starve our oxen, or we're going to leave and freeze to death. So, going to leave that up to you. Who wants to freeze to death and who wants to starve the oxen? First person to respond is what we'll decide. That's what we'll go with. This is not a democracy. This is it's a speed. Yeah, we're leaving Independence right now, so this is not a democracy. This is a speedocracy. Whoever responds first, whether we're starving the oxen or we're freezing to death, gets to decide. Daniel Elliott wants to time travel. Okay. Well, you know how we time travel in this? There is a way to time travel, and it's to go back to that meeting. You attend the meeting. We're back at that sign, guys, and they tell us that if we leave too early, there won't be grass for our oxen to eat, and if we leave too late, it'll be too cold. So I'm gonna let you guys decide. Juana has said that we freeze, and because she's part of the party, this is actually part of the party has decided this. So we will be leaving in July, the heat of July, and it will not last for long, that heat. Okay, here we go. Before leaving Independence, you should buy equipment and supplies. You have $400 in cash, but you don't have to spend it now. Now, here's the question. Which is hard mode? To spend it all right now, or to not spend any of it at all? Because if we don't spend, like we have to buy oxen. I know that, but I don't think we have to buy anything else, per se. So, we could completely unprepare for this. We just have that California fever, guys. It's just so bad. We gotta go now. Screw the supplies. We don't need supplies. That's an option. We could do that. Hello, I'm Matt. So you're going to Oregon. I can fix you up with what you need. A team of oxen to pull your wagon? clothing for both summer and winter, plenty of food for your trip, ammunition for your rifles, and spare parts for your wagon. I'm gonna check chat real quick. Daniel Elliott wants to time travel. He says, I do not regret making that joke. And Wanda says it's canon. It is indeed canon. And I'm filming on a canon. Look at that. Okay, so he says he's gonna sell us all this stuff. We have $400. We'll start with the oxen, because we know we have to buy them. There are 2 oxen in a yoke. I recommend at least 3 yoke. I charge $40 a yoke. So that's going to be $120 to get the 3 yokes of oxen. I think we make this harder on ourselves by buying too many oxen. What do you think? Can we buy, like, can we just max out our oxen? I'm just imagining it. Oh yes, I've got that California fever, and I've got, how many can we afford? 400. We could have 10 yoke. We could have 10 yoke of oxen. We're just going out of there with this singular wagon pulled by, what is a herd of oxen. Let's see. Yickman here says I'd load up on ammunition to save on food. That's good. Propelling Point says 10 oxen. Let's go. Juana says 72 of each item. And Zimran says to rush right into it because this is America, of course. So yeah. Let's go with, tell you what, we're also going to make this the randomness stream. So I have a ton of custom dice here. I look like I prepared for this, but this is just something I keep at my desk for when I play D&D. But no, we're going to pull out these dice, and because in this case we can buy up to 10 yoke, I will pick up this it's a D12. This is a D10. It has numbers from 1 to 10 on it. And I'm going to roll it, and that's how many yoke of oxen we're going to buy. That is a 1. Well, that is the opposite direction than we wanted to go, but there we go. Yickman here says, all oxen, nothing else, see what happens. That does kind of make, I do kind of want to go back and do that now, actually. I'll flip a coin. I don't have a coin. I have a ton of dice, but I don't have a coin, so I'll just...
Well, then choose a D4.
Yeah, I'll roll a D4. If it's even, then we'll go with buying all of... Hey, Daniel TV, I'm a D&D person. Ew. What's that supposed to mean? It's fun. Here, I'll go on a little bit of a rant about this. I grew up listening to Adventures in Odyssey. Adventures in Odyssey has an episode where they talk about how dangerous D&D is because it's demonic and stuff. And in the process of life, I came across some friends at church, and they were playing Star Wars D&D. And I considered that. I was like, okay, well, if it's Star Wars D&D, then I don't have a problem with Star Wars. Maybe that's like a cleaner version. And so I went and I played, and it was the most fun ever. If for people who don't know what D&D is, it's basically just you have a group of people, and you're playing a game where you can do whatever it is that you want to do. So you got one person, and they are running the game. They're basically just telling a story. They're saying, once upon a time, there were 5 adventurers, and they went out on a quest to find a lost piece of treasure. What do you want to do? And one of them says, well, I want to consult my map and see where the treasure is. And the DM says, okay, you do that, and it says the treasure's here. And then depending on what you do, you roll your dice. If there's something where you say, well, I want to jump across this ravine, well, you roll the die to see how well you do that. And it's just kind of this fun blend of imagination and random chance, which, that's kind of what we're doing here, is using our imagination. Like this game here, Oregon Trail, is saying, hey, well, welcome to the general store. You have to purchase money, and you get to make your decision, but there's still kind of framework for what you do. And so that's what Star Wars D&D was. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. And so that made me take a look into, okay, well, what makes the actual D&D evil, so to speak? And what I found out is that it's not actually evil. What is going on here is that actually the history of it is that the reason that a lot of people think that D&D is demonic and such is because back in, what was it, 80s, there was a group of kids at a school who were playing D&D, and one of them was just having a bit, like, very bad mental health, and they ended up committing suicide, and due to that, the mother of that kid went looking for answers. She found out that the principal was running a D&D game for the kids, and didn't look much further into it than that. Basically assumed, well, it must be that. And because in that game, just like in Narnia or Lord of the Rings, there's things like curses and goblins and stuff, things that seem demonic, but it's actually fantasy. It's not that you're fighting demons, you're fighting fantastical creatures that were made up. It's fiction. She assumed that, well, it's demonic, and started a campaign which actually led to Focus on the Family making that Adventures in Odyssey episode. It was called parents concerned about D&D or something like that. I think the acronym was BADD. So it was like I can look this up, but I don't really want to. But it basically is just adults against D&D or something like that. And that movement was designed to go around telling people, hey, D&D is demonic and you shouldn't let your kids play it. Problem being that it's not. It can be if you decide, like, just like any imagination game, anyone can do what they want with it because everybody has different imaginations. Zimran, actually, he said D&D can be evil. He is correct about that. In the same way that books can be evil and movies can be evil. But we don't typically go around saying movies can be evil, right? We recognize that by and large, it's meant for fun. And I've since, this was back in 2021, I think, that I started playing with Star Wars. And since then, I've played a ton. And not once in playing with several groups of people has anyone summoned a demon or done anything demonic or evil even. Like, the most evil thing I can think of in recent memory, someone broke a vending machine because they wanted the sandwiches inside. That's about as bad as it gets, because if you're playing with other Christians, especially, you're all dedicated to telling a story that is focused on good things. And it's really ironic because in Adventures in Odyssey, they had this thing. I should probably switch to the camera focus, actually, if I'm going to go on a rant. In Adventures in Odyssey, they had this thing called the Imagination Station. And the whole point of that was, hey, your imagination is a very awesome thing, and you can use it to experience exciting adventures in the Bible or in books or even those you make up on your own. Our imaginations can make it seem like we're really there. And that was the whole point that Wit was trying to make was, hey, your imagination is not just good for experiencing Bible stories, like in the Imagination Station adventure episodes, but also just like making up stories that are good. And that fits a ton with my motivations for even making my own business with Archify, is I want to tell good stories. So that's my little rant. Zimran says, D&D messed me up spiritually. I would stay far away from it. Well, I definitely want to respect that. As far as what the Bible says, like with the whole meat sacrifice to idols thing, if something makes you uncomfortable, if something makes you feel like your conscience can't bear it, then you shouldn't do it. And I do not want to encourage you to do it if that's something that you don't feel comfortable with. So I definitely respect how you feel about that. Daniel JB, yes, it was Castles and Cauldrons. But yeah, I think that it definitely makes sense. It depends on the person, the people you're playing with as well. And who was it? Juana says, D&D is really just imagination as adults. Yes. And someone else said something. Chris says I should make a video about this. I should, truly. And Yakman here says, Ryan plays with good people, so the gameplay ends up positive. It matters who you play with and how you play. Absolutely. It's much like really anything. I mean, if you watch movies that people who aren't really that good company to be around like to watch, that's probably not going to be a very good experience. if you read books recommended to you by people who have really messed up senses of humor, that's probably not going to be good either. So it definitely depends on who you play with. And like Zimran, if you ever wanted an opportunity to play like even like Star Wars D&D or something, like I found that was definitely a lot. Like if you're a fan of Star Wars, that's definitely, I play that probably about as often as I play just normal D&D. And I definitely, sometimes I enjoy it more because I get to, you know, just imagine a world with laser swords and not try to get confused with like the goblins and the ghouls or whatever. Just because, like, you know, that sort of stuff, at least from an imaging standpoint, it can be a little bit creepier if it's not really your wheelhouse, your what you're comfortable with. So that's very fair. But yeah, all of that said, we have decisions to make. I don't even know what got me on D&D. Oh, right, I was rolling my dice and Daniel GB thought that was amusing. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm gonna roll this D4. It's got 4 sides. If it's an even number, we'll buy all the oxen. If it's an odd number, we'll only buy 1. It is even. We're buying a lot of oxen, everybody. All right. I'm going to say 9 because I don't know if it adds it or if it totals it. Nope, it totals it. Okay, so let me try that again. 10 yoke. And that leaves no money for anything else. We will not be buying any food, clothing, ammunition, or spare parts. I feel like this is a bad idea. But this is the hard. Oh, Daniel Elliott says, we're really oxen for trouble with this plan. Yeah, we are. We really are. Oh. Zimran says, oxen by the boxen. Yes. You know what? Is there a place? Are we able to buy ammunition later? Because I want to make this hard on myself, but I feel like this makes it impossible because we'll have no food and no ammunition to get food. We're basically relying on a good Samaritan to give us something. But I'm curious whether more oxen means we go faster. It could be that with 10 oxen yoke, we get to... It's not yokes, is it? It's just yoke, yeah. Maybe we get to our destination like 10 times as fast. Maybe that's how it works. That's definitely how it works. I know that's probably not how it works, but at this point, I kind of want to just try it, and then if we die, we'll start over. All right. Spacebar to leave the store. Well then, you ready to start? Good luck. You have a long and difficult journey ahead of you. You have no idea. All right. Continue on the trail. Check supplies. Look at map. Change pace. Yeah, we're going to change the pace. We're going to go mega fast. With all those oxen, we should be riding them instead of the wagon at this point. We're going to do a grueling pace. We're going to just try to get there as fast as possible, honestly. Food rations. We don't have any food, so we're going to go with bare bones. We're going to run as fast as possible and not eat. Like my wife when she's trying to get stuff done during the day and doesn't take care of herself. And really, she should eat more because I love her and I want her to live. I hope you guys can hear her laughing. Otherwise, it's just dead silence as I stare off camera. Let's see.
Because this is like absolutely opposite of how you live your life.
Right. It is opposite of how I live my life. Let's see. We should talk to people because networking is important. A trader named Jim tells you, better take extra sets of clothing. Trade them to Indians for fresh vegetables, fish, or meat. It's well worth hiring an Indian guide at the river crossings. Expect to pay them with all the money we have saved. Oh boy, this is not going to be good. 7, attempt to trade. Can we trade anything? Do we have, they want to, okay, so we have 20 oxen. You meet another immigrant who wants 107 pounds of food. You don't have this. How many times can we try to trade? You meet another immigrant who wants 50 pounds of food. You don't have this. I'm going to just keep going until... Oh, they want an ox. He will trade you 1 wagon axle. That sounds really tasty. Not gonna lie. But I think we're going to pass on the wagon axle. No one wants to trade with you today. Or do they? Oh, wait. I just realized, I think every time we do this, it wastes a day, doesn't it? Let's see. It's July 7th. July... Oh, gosh. This does waste days. I'm being stupid. We're getting even closer to winter as I spend days just... Hold on, everyone. We've got 10... Hold on. Here we go. Hold up, everybody. I've got 10 oxen all strapped to this wagon. Everyone get in the wagon. Hold on. I've got to go. I need to go and talk to somebody. Never mind. They didn't want to trade. Oh, the sunset. Man, that Midwestern goodbye gets me every time. Tomorrow, everyone, we'll head out. Oh, hold on. There's someone here. I've got to talk to them. They want to trade 100 pounds of food. Do we have that? No? Oh, the sunset. That Midwestern goodbye gets me every time. Next day, everybody, I've spent like 8 days at this point trading with nobody. Oh, boy. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. It doesn't tell me that people die or anything. Could I just do this and then, like, spend years just trading nothing? Hold on. Does talking to people, do I end up talking to the same person each time? I'm curious. Did you read the Missouri Republican today? Says some folks start for Oregon without carrying spare parts. Not even an extra wagon axle. Must think they grow on trees. Hope they're lucky enough to find an abandoned wagon. Well, if we wait about a year or two to actually start this journey, there'll be wagons abandoned everywhere as we wait out the competition. Okay. This is hard mode. So I kind of want to wait until the dead of winter to leave. The worst time to leave. We're going to wait till November. Okay, everybody? I'm curious. Actually, no. Talking to someone didn't advance the day. If I talk to somebody, does it do the same thing? Some people think that 2 oxen are enough to get them to Oregon. 2 oxen can barely move a fully loaded wagon, and if one of them gets sick or dies, you won't be going anywhere. I wouldn't go overland with less than 6. Well, we have 20! We have 20. I think we're gonna be good. Okay, actually, so we can stop to rest. I think that wastes a day as well. Oh my gosh, we can just decide how many days. I gotta test how many numbers can we put in here? Oh, up to 9. I don't think we can do 10. Nope, we can't. Okay. So we can just speed run the waiting a couple months. Like this. Because yeah, if this is hard mode, we've got to leave at like December. So let's just do this over and over. Oh, I don't want to do that. It takes so long. Oh, and Zimran has the measles. I'm sorry, Zimran. You caught the oxen plague sitting in that wagon all this time, and you caught the measles. Oh, that's rough, buddy. Okay. I don't really want to waste this stream spending the next 20 minutes letting it tick up 9 days at a time with like 1 day per second. Because, let's see, doing the math, that's going to be like at least 5 minutes of me just sitting here doing that. And that's a lot of time. Especially given that we're like an hour into this stream. And I think I plan to stream for like 2 hours. Might be 3. We'll see. But, oh. Hey, look. Einswig says, "Oh me, oh my, is that a lock of Matt named Ryan? It sure is. I'm the lockest of Matts." People sometimes call me Matt. That is the oddest thing. It is not even like it's not even like I tell them my name sometimes. Sometimes they don't know my last name is Matlock. They just think my name is Ryan, but then they forget my name is Ryan and they call me Matt. And it's not like anyone's called me Matt during these engagements. Sometimes people just come up to me and they say Matt. It's the most bizarre thing ever. They say Matt, and they're always like questioning. They're like, that's not his name. And I say Ryan, and they go, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know why I thought your name was Matt. And I say, well, my last name is Matlock. And they're like, oh, I didn't know that. How? I don't even know. Oh, I realized you guys couldn't see the ticking up of the... I'll do this one more time so you can see the... So if we stop to rest, and then we wait 9 days, so it ticks up at the top. Like one... Oh, and Wana has the measles. Zimran, you gave Wana the measles! And Happy Man has dysentery! You all just got sick sitting in a wagon? I can't go anywhere with you guys! Even when I don't go anywhere with you guys, this happens. Wana died! That might be because we just sat in the wagon not eating for 18 days. Happy Man died. Oh no! Well, Zimran, now we know you can live 18 days without eating. And so can Josh Taylor for Dysentery 2024. Oh boy. You know what, guys? I think if we wait till December, Zimran can make it. I think Zimran can make it if we wait till December. We got this. Oh, wait. I pressed the wrong button. Leave. Leave the store. Well. What have people said? We have died before. I drowned last time, says Zimran. Yep, someone said they can't really see the screen. Zimran says, he's the luckiest of Matts. He's married and has kids. Most Matts get stepped on. It's true. It's true. I'm no doormat. I'm a Ryan Matlock. Isaac says, you have seen my face, but not for a while. You know my name, but it is not Kyle. I was at your wedding, but hid in the back. I have thick hair and sound like I'm on crack. Who am I? Einswig. You're at my wedding, you say. Well, I know one way to find this out, and it might be to go to your channel and see who you are. Let's see. Now I'm curious. Who is Einswig? Everyone help me with this conspiracy theory. They were at my wedding, so
There was down to 200 people.
There were about 200 people at that wedding. Hold on, I should probably go to full screen while I'm gonna be doing the whole, like, connecting the dots. I've got, like, the board on the wall with the lines going to each thing, and that meme, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, Zimran said that he's not eating. Yeah, that's not good. Love the desktop wallpaper, Ryan. Was I showing my desktop? Now I'm confused. When did I show my desktop? Did I minimize this? I don't know. Oh, Einswig is aware now. Oh, I see. When I switch pages, it shows my desktop for a second. Yep. Yeah, that's here, I'll do that again, actually. So yeah, that's my desktop. This is a picture I took of the eclipse, and then I blended it with a picture I took of the stars, where I managed to catch a shooting star in that picture. So you can see that on the left there. That's my shooting star. It's amazing. Okay, so we're going to find you, Einswig. Not me stalking one of my viewers. Let's see. So we're going to go to the channel, because I can't see it from the thing I'm doing right now. But let's see. we're gonna go to that user if we can. I can't click on it. Oh well, maybe I'll try it from another angle. Einswig. All right, I might just have to search Einswig and see. Yep, hey, that pops it up right now. Well, they played Destiny 2. It doesn't sound like they have commentary per se. They play Genshin Impact. I feel like I've seen this channel before. So whoever it is somebody that I know who has showed me their channel at some point. I think. Oh, this video has audio. That's difficult. I don't recognize the voice, which sounds bad because I invited someone to my wedding and I can't recognize their voice. So sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about the detour, Daniel JB. I probably have ADHD. I get very distracted very easily, as is very obvious. Yeah, let's see. Oh, right. I'm not sharing my screen, so you can't see that background. So, I'll give you another look at it. There it is. The eclipse with the shooting star on the left. It's awesome. There you go. Einswig is very tall. Who came to our wedding that was super tall and sounds like they've got a little bit of a gravelly voice? Oh, wait. Is this Joel? No. Maybe? I don't know. You can tell me if it's Joel. I don't know if it is, though. So, we'll see. That said, you've been here. Just imagine how many more people would die about dysentery if we didn't go on the... That's right. We're time traveling here to prevent more dysentery deaths. All right. I think Ryan, the wagon leader at this point, after losing Happy Man and Wana to dysentery, just spending far too much time with this Midwestern goodbye, finally he would come to his senses and continue on the trail without any food. Actually, I think he would not quite learn his lesson, and he would try to trade one more time. And Josh Taylor has exhaustion. You meet another immigrant who wants an ox, and he'll trade you one set of clothing. All right. You get one ox. Yes, I'm willing to trade. All right, and then we go on the trail. And Josh died. And I have typhoid! Yay! I've always wanted a typhoid. And I'm dead. How long do I keep up this bit before I get up? Okay. Who gets to run the wagon now that I've died? Oh, if I die, would you like to write an epitaph? Yes. What would you like on this tombstone? Hard mode wasn't worth it. Everybody has died. That did not take long. That was like the worst 3-week journey ever taken. Oh, let's try that again. All right. What kinds of people? I am still going to do hard mode. I'm going to be the farmer. This is an alternate universe. We're going to time travel again. Back to the day before I made that terrible decision. That terrible decision to buy oxen and nothing else. I've got to go back in time. Woo! Oh, hey, look. I can actually be the wagon leader. Look, everybody. It's me, the wagon leader. I actually really like this. I'm going to superimpose my head wherever the wagon leader is for the rest of this game. Here I am. Hello, I'm the wagon leader. Punuary. What are the other members of your party? Alright, I got a comment here. Let's see. What have we got? Alright, I've got to read the comments. The epitaph is something you might be able to see when passing by on a future trip. Cool! I can see the alternate universe Ryan that made bad decisions. I'm getting a bit warm. These studio lights are a bit hot, and we're not running the AC because it is right behind this curtain. And so all you would hear is the AC if I turned it on. And it's actually a really warm day, but to that degree. I'm taking off my jacket for now. To that degree? To that degree, yes. Hannah, everybody's making puns better than me today. Oops, this is a good Punuary stream. Let's see. Zimmerman says, I died? Oops. Yeah, why'd you do that, huh? You've been here says, I think the key is to leave right away instead of chatting with the folks. Nah! I don't get that. That doesn't make sense. Same crew. Yeah, we'll do the same crew, and we won't make the awful decision ever again. Alright, so we had Wana. We had Zimran. We had Happy Man. Happy Man. But actually, we're going to add some lore. Happy Man still has glimpses, and when Happy Man closes their eyes and dreams, Happy Man still feels ripples of what happened before. The last time when Happy Man died because I just stood around just not doing anything. So now Happy Man has become what adjective should we use? Happy Man is now concerned man. Oh, there's not enough room. Concerned man. And has brief premonitions that prevent the party from going off the rails. And of course, Josh Taylor for second dysentery. Did Josh Taylor get dysentery, or it wasn't dysentery. I think Josh Taylor either just straight up died of starvation or got the it was either the typhoid or the measles that was going around. But we'll do Josh Taylor for dysentery 2024 again. This time. There we go. All right. I like that. These are correct. Yes. Oh no, my camera turned off. Is that because it died, or is that for other reasons? Okay, let me see if that... Yep, I'm moving around. Good. Okay. He died of exhaustion. Okay, so he's still trying to go for that dysentery. All right, this time, you know what? Let's consult. No, we'll do the same thing we did. It's still hard mode. It's just not stupid mode. Okay, so yeah, this is hard mode where we're still gonna try this we're gonna try to be smart about it, but as smart as possible to do the hardest things. We'll try that. So, we have $400. We can buy whatever we need. Let's do for oxen. We have $40 for each yoke. He recommends at least 3. So we're going to do the smart thing and do what he recommends. And we're going to get 3. And then for food, we can hunt for food. So we're going to get a minimum of food. I recommend you take at least 200 pounds per each person. So we have 5 people. We need 1,000 pounds of food. That would cost like $500. We don't have that. So I hope I'm doing my math right. No, we need 1,000 pounds of food. It would cost $200. We do have that. I'm going to buy 100 of food because food is really easy to hunt for. So we'll do 500. No. Yeah, 500 pounds of food. And that's half of our bill. We'll buy a lot of ammunition. So boxes of 20 bullets. Each box of 20 is $2. And if you are smart and you don't shoot a ton, like, you can get tons of pounds of food for like 1 or 2 bullets. So I'm gonna just buy like I'm gonna say like 200 bullets. So that'd be 10 boxes. We'll do that, yeah. And then spare parts. We definitely want that. Does he recommend anything? How many wagon wheels? Let's do like 72. Everybody's saying 72. I just looked at the comments. Oh boy. Oh boy. What are we going to do about this? Let's see. Okay. So we have requests that we're going to honor. But let's see how much we want to honor these. All right. So 72. I don't know what people were saying about 72. I think probably the bullets, now that I think about it. So let's buy these wagon wheels and then we'll do that. That makes sense. Let's just do like maybe 4 each. I think we can afford that. Oh, you may only carry 3. Okay, 3. Is that the case for everything? Okay, we'll just buy 3 of everything. And that's actually not bad. Clothing-wise, I think... Did they say buy extra clothing because you can trade it for food? I think that's what they said in the last... Happy Man, or no, Concerned Man gives us a premonition of this boring conversation he heard in the alternate universe where I was not letting up on this Midwestern goodbye, and this guy wouldn't stop talking my ear off about trading with the Indians. So I've got to do that because Concerned Man tells me, hey, you've got to do this so that he can stop me from getting into that conversation in the first place. So... you'll need warm clothing, 2 sets per person. Okay, so per person, hard mode. Let's go with, 2 sets per person. That's 10 sets. Can we afford that? Total bill is $430. That's not going to allow us to buy. But if we're going to do, let's do 50 pounds of food instead and see how that does on the bill. Yeah, and then for ammunition... we will get 72 boxes. Oh, that does put our bill over the top. So we gotta give somewhere. Let's do less oxen. And let's do less clothing, maybe. Oh, well, actually, if we just do... Okay. Let's still do the 10 here. We'll just get 1 or 2 less spare parts somewhere. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. An hour and 20 minutes into the stream, and we have not left Independence. Truly. Not in this timeline. Let's do fewer wagon tongues. I feel like the wheel and axles break more often. So let's do 3 wagon wheels, 3 axles, and 1 tongue. And then let's just say that I'm the classy one. I'm gonna take care of my clothing more. So we're gonna go with, like, instead of 10 sets. We'll do 9 sets of clothing. And there. We can afford that. So let's do it. I'll double check with everybody. Less spare parts, somebody says, yeah. So many bullets. We'll use them. I hope 72 times. What was it? It was like 20 bullets per pack. That's very America, isn't it? That's, oh gosh, math. 144, I think. No. Yeah, 1,440 bullets. We gotta make sure we use them, I guess. Actually, if we're gonna have that many if they're gonna have that many bullets, I'm gonna just hunt for food. I don't need this much food in the first place, so we're gonna get even less. We're gonna get like 30 pounds of food. Wait, did that even save us that much, or was that what I had before? It's still, we're saving $10. All right. Spacebar, leave the store. Well then, you're ready to start. Here we go. All right. We're going to not be stupid mode, okay? So hard mode does not mean that from this point on I make all the hard decisions, like the hardest decisions. So for pace, we're going to be doing this. So Happy Man, now Concerned Man, taps Ryan on the shoulder. Oh, I should probably move my camera here now that there's no person or anything. But no, Concerned Man taps Ryan on the shoulder and he says, I've been having these dreams where you don't leave for several days. You just stand there hobnobbing with the locals. Wagons are leaving town left and right, and you succumb to your California Oregon fever before you can ever take the trip. And I say, Concerned Man, don't fret. I would never do something so ridiculous. That sounds like a recipe for disaster and measles. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take off today. And he says, I keep having these dreams that half of us died doing a strenuous pace and not eating anything. And I go, Concerned Man, I would never put you in such harm's way. I would never. I'm a good wagon leader. So I will be putting us at a steady pace. I try to alleviate his concerns. I'll put us at a steady pace. And I will give you a steady pace. I pressed the wrong button. I will give you filling meal rations, because I will hunt for you day and night to ensure that you are fed and nourished to the best of my ability. And then I say, I would like to talk to somebody. And he says, no, don't do it. And I say, okay, fine. We'll continue on the trail then. And so we strike out on the trail. And I decide to travel like this. Oh, and then I press enter to size up the situation because we ran out of food immediately with only 30 pounds of food. Where's the hunt button? There's the hunt button. So I hunt for food as we run out of food. Okay, I gotta remember how to do this. Okay. Enter key to start. Or this is like really bad keys, isn't it? Okay. So it's common period to point the rifle. Oh no, I've got a thing here. So enter key to start and stop walking. Hold on, I gotta figure this out. Okay. Come on. There we go. Do I collect him or do I just leave him on the ground? I think that's enough if I just got one thing. Because we leave a lot of meat behind usually. Yeah, this is an 863. So as long as we shoot like one bison or whatever these are each time we get 100 pounds. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna hunt for food, like spend like 10 bullets on food basically, and get like 1,000 pounds of food off of this. All right. Okay, we're not even gonna waste our time with the bunny rabbits. Oh, you guys didn't even get to see my hunting the last time, did you? Oops. I was not able to find food. Yep, that was a bad map. We'll try that again. Got it. Okay, I think the deer are the same, that we don't need that much. Oh, the battery was almost dead. I need to change the battery. I will do that while I wait for the end of this screen. There's probably a way to bypass it once you're done, like pressing escape or something. I do need to invest in not batteries, but like a thing that plugs my camera in so that I don't have this problem. Got 71 pounds. Okay, so the deer are like just shy of what we need. Let's see what the comments are saying. We can't see Ryan. Unblind us, please. I am terribly sorry. That will probably happen again.
Would you like me to monitor the comments for you?
Oh, you could if you want. Hannah's gonna monitor your comments, everybody. It saved me $4 on the food. Okay, good to know. We got so strained by traveling on a rocking chair at a grueling pace. One of the names should have been Freedom. That would have been funny. That would have, indeed. We are all blindfolded. Yes. Concerned Man was like, I've got foresight. We don't need eyesight. And he blindfolded everybody to save us from seeing the whatever other bad ideas I was going to come up with. Hope you're happy, Ryan. You killed Bambi. No, I didn't kill Bambi. Disney did. Disney killed Bambi. Alright, we're gonna hunt like 1 or 2 more times. Oh, this is a bad map. No, don't run away, Mr. Bison. No! Okay, I gotta get this. No! Alright, come on, animals. Show yourselves. Nothing. Oh, yes! Haha! Just at the last second. Okay, I think we can continue on the trail maybe now. Okay, we've got 183 pounds of food. You pass a grave site. Yes, I'd like to look closer. Here lies pun writing. Ryan looks at this grave and says, "That's my name." And he looks at Concerned Man and says, "What are the chances? What are the chances that..." And he gulps back and he says, "What are the chances that someone else is also named Pun Ryan?" And Concerned Man looks at this and he says, "Don't know what to tell you, man. I was dead by this point." At this point, Concerned Man, sadly, does not have any more foreknowledge of what is yet to come. We are past the point of the alternate universe knowledge. Sadness. Oh, Daniel Elliott says, "The animals are like, bye, son." They really are. You are now at the Kansas River crossing. Would you like to look around? Of course. It's so beautiful, guys. Oh, I'm just going to go and sit under this tree and just wait. We should just relax here for a little bit. Who cares about Canada? Concerned Man says, "Ryan, now!" And drags me out from under the tree. "No, I don't want to leave. No, you can't make me." He gags me, throws me in the wagon, and says, "I'm the wagon leader now." And I say, "This is mutiny." And Concerned Man says, "No, it's survival." And we get back onto the trail. You must cross the river. It's 603 feet across and 1.4 feet deep in the middle. I think we should try to ford the river rather than caulk the wagon and float it across. That's just my thought, is that maybe the wagon might run aground if we caulked it and tried to float it across when the water's only a foot deep. Though, we could try to take a ferry across. Why is that an option? We just showed up. We showed up to this river that's like ankle deep. And there's a guy that shows up and he goes, "Hey, I'm the ferryman. I sell ferry tickets across this river." And we say, "The river that we're creek stomping in right now?" And he goes, Yeah, it could be dangerous. You could stub your toe. Get on my ferry." And he just points to like a cardboard bridge or something. Or like, no, he points us to like a rubber floaty that he's just got set up. It's just kind of sitting there. It's like one of those things that you lay on in the swimming pool. And he's like, "My ferry." And we say, No, this isn't stupid mode. This is hard mode. We're not going to do that. And we're not going to wait for conditions to improve. What would conditions improve? Just the river dries up, maybe. I don't know. We could do that, but I think we're gonna just try to ford this river. Actually, if it won't cost a day, I'm curious. Will it cost a day to get more information to ford a river? Oh, it just tells us what those things are. I got it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna. Let's see. What do people want? We want us to. Zimran wants to drive into the river, Bob. My name's Punuary. I don't know who this Bob is that you're speaking about. You could get the dogs wet if we. Oh, we could. We could get the oxen wet if we decide to ford the river. But they signed up for this, so they can just do this hard mode like the rest of us. Any comments I missed, Hannah?
Nope.
No. Okay. All right. Let's ford the river, Bob. You made it across successfully. And the guy with the little floaty just shakes his fist angrily and says, "You'll regret that! Your oxen's feet are wet!" And we just kind of say, maybe it's a good thing that we didn't take his ferry. All right, Kansas River crossing. It is 82 miles to the Big Blue River crossing. All right. We're gonna... Oh, the ground changed for a little bit. Oh no, severe thunderstorm. We lost a day waiting that out. Let's hunt for food in the thunderstorm. Oh shoot, I pressed the wrong button. Wasted some ammo. No! Yes, okay. It only takes like 4 bullets for me to shoot one thing. Am I able to... Okay, yeah, I think I can press escape to get out quickly. Alright. We'll continue on the trail. I figure I'll hunt for food every time we get down to like 100 pounds of food. I think that makes sense. Yes, we'll look around. And yet again, Ryan says, "Look at that tree." Oops, I moved the wrong thing. He says, "Look at that tree. I'm going to sit under that tree and just enjoy the sunshine." And Happy Man says, "No, get in the wagon," and throws me into the wagon. And I go, "No, this is terrible." And he says, "When did you start calling me Happy Man again?" "I'm Concerned Man." And I say, "All right, I forgot. I'm terribly sorry." And yet again, I hope you guys are enjoying me playing around with OBS and resizing my character constantly. Juana says hi, but I think you knew that already.
I did know that.
Let's see. The picture does show the wagon fording, so we probably should do that. Let's see. We should talk to people. And Concerned Man gives me this glare, and I say, "For 5 minutes, I just want to talk to people for 5 seconds. A party leader heading east tells you, we've had enough. Pesky flies all day and mosquitoes all night. It's either baking sun or oceans of mud, and sometimes both. Worry over Indians attacking. Haven't seen any yet, but still a worry. I don't know, buddy. That sounds a little prejudiced. You might want to check that. But we're gonna attempt to trade with one person, I think. Well, no, we don't need anything. We don't need anything. This isn't stupid mode. This is not stupid mode. We are going to continue on the trail. You must cross the river. It is 4.4 feet deep. Yeah, that's... I don't know how tall everybody here is, but that's like probably chest, neck deep for most people. I'm not sure if that's deep enough to caulk it and to float it across. Well, no, it's 4.4 feet deep in the center. Yickman here did say it shows the wagon fording. So maybe, because we're smart, we take the... Maybe Concerned Man has a little bit more foreknowledge when he shows us this picture. Oh, Juana says, doing good, though we just heard his little heartbeat. Do y'all need anything else on your registry or anything? No, we don't. I don't think we have a registry this time, because most of everything we need we have from Eliana. But thank you very much. So let's see. So is Oliver... I feel like I need to check this. I haven't been on... Like, I'm trying to remember... I think Instagram is where I normally see Juana's stuff, but I haven't seen much about Juana's life. Is Oliver, like, the name of the... Oh, wait. My little boy is just getting where the kicks... Oh, goodness! That's so exciting! I didn't know that! Yay! Did we know that?
I did.
You knew that? From the stream, I assume, yeah.
No, I managed to notice it on Facebook at one point when I was getting on there.
Well, congratulations, Juana. I'm very happy for you. That's awesome. All right, let's see. So, aside from that little detour, we've got an attempt to ford the river. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Zimran does vote to caulk it.
Oh, oops.
So you've got some conflicting votes.
The river's too deep. You lose. Rats. Okay, well, now we know what's too deep, I guess. 2 sets of clothing. All of our wagon wheels. All of our waxen tongue. And 2 oxen. We just drowned 2 oxen, guys. Good thing we have 4 more. Oh boy. Hey, we found wild fruit. How much food does that get us? It doesn't. Let's see. Check supplies. How are we doing? We've got basically the minimum of oxen now, I think. And that's not ideal. Okay. Well, let's attempt to trade a little bit, I guess. No one wants to trade with you today, out in the middle of nowhere. That's fair. Let's hunt, then. Oh, I didn't shoot it in time. Need to have my finger on the trigger better. Hello? Would anyone like... Anyone? Oh, well, we'll go for it, I guess. There we go. Oh, just in time. All right. As we continue on after that... Oh, we lost the trail. Sorry, guys. I did not mean to do that. I am a good person. In my little... I'm riding my wagon here. I should set up a second scene so that I can go back and forth between this one. I'm going to duplicate this. And then put myself down here on that one. Okay, guys, get ready for the magic. At will, I can throw myself into the wagon. That gives me such joy to just see myself just like, hey everybody, I'm in a wagon. Okay, yes, Oliver's our son. I haven't been posting on Instagram because I've been tired. That is fair. That is fair. I would be a massive hypocrite if I were gonna go, Juana, how could you not tell us about a child you have when I have posted zip about the second child that is like a month from being born? How could you? Honestly. That would be not appropriate. Note to self, never take Ryan to a gun range. Okay, hold up, Zimran. Zimran, if you take me to a gun range, okay, because I have shot skeet before, and I shot like, I think 3 or 4 out of 5 was like my ratio out of when I was shooting. I had a pretty good shot, okay? I did not ever have to shoot with these arrow keys, the comma and period. Like, honestly, WASD exists. That is the standard today. Apparently not back in 1848 when the Oregon Trail was created. So if you make me go to the range and shoot with those controls, yes, I will not be a good shot, is what I'm saying. Let's see. Ryan, I'm grounded from trading. Okay. I will make my dedication. I will not trade for the rest of this run. How about that? Unless you give me permission. Oh, wait, we don't have any food. Did I just, like, zone while the wagon kept moving in front of me? And that's not good. Well, would I like to look around? Yes, I would also like to hunt at Fort Kearney. They're like at the fort. They're like, all right, we're watching for people. We're watching. Oh, hey, it even makes sense because now my camera is on top of this house. So yeah, they're like, they've got their gun and they're like, all right, we're at this fort and we're watching for people that want to try to take the fort. A gunshot! They're on us! No, I'm just hunting for bears! You're in town, idiot! No, I'm just hunting for bears! That's not a bear! I am really glad I turned the sound off right now. It would be blasting Yankee Doodle or something for you all if I had not. Okay. We're gonna... Oh, we can't hunt here. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Can we sell supplies here? Or is it just trading? I think that's how that works. Yeah. We're gonna, at this point, we're gonna tell a little bit, we're gonna do a little bit of storytelling. At this point, Concerned Man comes over to me and he says, hey, I really appreciate that you've just like not been talking to people and you've really been a good egg. I'm starting to think those dreams, maybe they were just dreams. Like you've been such a good egg about all of this. I don't think that I have as many concerns these days. I say, I really appreciate that, man. And I've actually been thinking, you know, I've been feeding you all a lot and I've been hunting a lot. I'm just like really exhausted and I hope I'm doing a good job. And Concerned Man says, oh, well, now I'm concerned for your health. Are you doing okay? And I say, yeah, I'm hunting so much to feed you all. You're gorging yourselves on all these meals. And Concerned Man says, look, man, I think we're all pretty well fed. How about we go to simpler rations? And I go, yeah, you know, I think let's back up on the rations for a bit. Just give me some time. We're all out of food. I got to do some hunting and we got to build up that supply again. He says, totally. Definitely understand. And I say, I don't feel like increasing the pace though. I think we're making good time. It's August and we're where are we on the map now? It's August. We're about 2 months into this, and we have made it. Looks like about a 1/8 of the way.
I got it.
Oh, someone's at the door. Wonder who that is. Well, now I'm curious, but Hannah's taking care of it, so I might have to bow out if it's important, but otherwise. We're gonna go on the trail. And we're gonna hunt immediately. Juana says she loves the music. The music I'm playing or the music I'm not playing? Oh yeah, Zimran, where's your BlimeyCon vlog 3? Not that I can speak. I've made so many vlogs at BlimeyCon that I've never produced. Oh, looks like it's our neighbor. Oh, did our neighbor get us something? That would be kind. Let's see. All right, let's see. Oh, I never started the hunting. Here we go. Bam. Done. 2 shots, 1 kill. And we'll hunt again. All right, Bambi. 1 shot. Did that in 1 shot. I think we can shoot like 1 more Bambi if it shows up. And we'll skip it. And we'll do 1 more hunt. I am hunting for... Oh. I am hunting for rabbits. As a rabbit literally walks right past me and I don't shoot it. Okay, I can get this guy. No! No, it took me out right before I shot it. No. Dun 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 dun. Oh, it's better than nothing. 2 pounds. That's not better than nothing. That was not worth a bullet. Bye, son. Continue on the trail. We've got 200 pounds of food. That's going to last for like 10 days, but or 20 days? I guess we eat 10 pounds a day. Josh Taylor for dysentery. Oh, what was the neighbor doing?
They gave us this for the baby. They're moving next week.
Next week? Wow, that's soon.
That's soon.
Wow. Well, thank you from them.
Yeah.
That's awesome. They got it. They just showed up. They had like a baby cradle thing that they gave us. That's really nice. The only thing you shot is your hairline, Ryan. Okay. I get enough jokes about my hairline from my family. I don't need it from you, Zimran. Okay. So Josh Taylor has not got dysentery. He's got the measles. He's running so hard for dysentery in 2024, but at this rate, it's going to be 2025 before he ever catches it. That's just so sad. All right, well, we should slow down our pace then. We don't want to... Oh, I guess we're already at the slowest we could possibly be. But yeah, measles, I think... Starve a cold, feed a fever. I don't know which one measles is. Probably the fever, but I don't want to feed him, so... Sorry, Josh. Suck it up! I'm going to hunt for food one more time. Ryan Hunting Simulator. If you like to hunt with tomatoes, if a squash can make you smile, if you like to waltz with the bison up and down the nature aisle, have we got a show for you. Oh, and we found wild fruit. That's even more food. Very little water. Bad water. Very little water. Very little water. I wonder what bad water is. What does that look like? Oh, hold on. I gotta go back to being in my little wagon. It's very rainy. We lose a day to the thunderstorm. It's a hot day and our health is poor. If our health is poor, I'm gonna... Oh, wait, it went back to fair. That's nice. Let's hunt for food. In September now. Bam. Easy peasy. Hunt for food again. Dun, 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 dun. If you're ever wondering why I do this, so you have to press enter to start walking and to stop walking, and that's more like that makes it so that I can't reach the movement keys. But if you just start walking and then you press left and right over and over, you keep walking. So as long as you don't run into anything, it doesn't stop you. So it's a method to keep moving that I just invented. All right, we've got almost 300 pounds of food. Guys! Josh Taylor for dysentery 2024 again has dysentery. We did it. We got Josh dysentery. How awesome is that? It was his dream. He didn't even care about California or Oregon. He was just like, I want to know what dysentery feels like. And we did it for him. We made it happen. We did this, guys. We made it so a man could achieve his dreams. Joshua Morgan, welcome to the chat. And welcome to the stream. Pink Panther music. It's so good to have you here. And, of course, everybody else as well. We had 10 viewers at the start. I think someone hopped off a few times, and now we've got 9. I realize now at this moment that I put out word in Discord on my channel, like my Discord channel, but I didn't put it out in, like, a ton of other places. Looks like, thank you, Yickman here, shared it with the aux cable faces, so that's great. Appreciate that. I'm going to share the stream real quick. I'm going to share it in a few other places, like Joe Rep has a server that we could put it there. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Creator chat. I'm live streaming for the first time in forever. We're playing Oregon Trail in the worst ways possible. And I share it. And then, let's see, where else? I'm trying to think where else. Maybe I'll just share it in a couple other servers, but in the meantime, everyone feel free. If you have any questions, like if you've arrived at the stream late, I shared like a bunch about my life earlier, as far as, let's see. Oh, Yickman here says, you have a Discord that isn't aux cable. Is this someplace we should be? I don't know. It's like, the one that I just shared it in is for a bunch of Blimey Cow people, but it's typically like, I'm trying to figure out how to put it. It's like definitely a more, I guess, adult server. Like the people there, they're not necessarily there because they're fans of Blimey Cow. In fact, some of them aren't fans of Blimey Cow. It's more like, it's not that there's anything necessarily inappropriate. They're just, you know, it's a different vibe than the aux cable server. Let's see. But I'm in so many servers, honestly. It's all very different groups of people. Let's see. You've been here. You missed some chats and a failed trail run, Joshua. Yeah, we died. But then we moved into an alternate universe where I didn't spend like 18 days just talking to people before even getting on the trail. I have a question. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That's a fantastic question, and I will answer it. Because I do have the answer. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, here's the thing. We already know the answer to this. Because we can chuck wood. We are capable of it. And yet it's very rare that we do it. We chuck baseballs. We chuck footballs. We might even chuck bags of garbage. But we don't usually chuck wood. If we're doing something with wood to chuck it, we chuck it on fire. But here's the thing. Woodchucks don't build fires. So the one instance where humans typically chuck wood, either like the two I can think of is chucking wood on the fire, and then when you throw a baseball bat right after you hit a ball. Those are like the 2 times that you would ever chuck wood. Maybe also like axe throwing, but that's kind of a specific instance. But all 3 of those are things that woodchucks don't do. Woodchucks have no reason to throw axes, no reason to play baseball, and no reason to throw wood on the fire. So, given that we have ample opportunity and capability to chuck wood, and woodchucks don't, even if they did, that doesn't mean that they would have the motive to chuck wood. In fact, they don't even know that they're called woodchucks. That's what we call them, but they can't understand us. For all we know, they think that they're woodland creatures. That's their name. Or it's whatever sound woodchucks make. I don't know. That's what they call themselves. They don't call themselves woodchucks. So no, they would not chuck any wood. That's my TED Talk. Thank you for coming to it. Propelling Point says, if you're cutting wood, you will probably do some chucking. Exactly. But woodchucks, even if they could chuck wood, there's no reason that they would be able to cut it. So probably not a good reason to chuck wood. If I saw a woodchuck throwing axes, I'd wake up from that dream quick. Yes, you would. You come here. All right. Dysentery. We move forward. We go on the wrong trail. Josh is like in his dysentery days. I say, hey, what's the map say? Which trail do we take? And he's like, that one. Thanks, Dysentery Josh. Oh, and then he gets a snake bite. He's like, I love this trail. Josh, no, there's... Oh, wait, I just realized you guys can't see it. Josh, no, you can't go on that trail. That's the wrong trail. No, I'm sure this is the one. That's the snake trail. And so he gets a snake bite. But our health is still fair, so I think Josh will pull through. One of the oxen is injured. That's not good. Does that... Hold up. I gotta size up this situation. Does that mean it's dead? Or it's just hurt? We should probably slow our pace if we haven't already. And we need to... I'm gonna check the supplies. It still says we have 2 oxen, so we're fine. We didn't shoot the oxen because it got hurt. We'll hunt while we're stopped. I'm hunting. Oh, I love that right now I'm still in the wagon thing. All right, let's try that again. Bam. And we'll continue on the trail. Juana broke her arm. Okay, we gotta do some storytelling here. So how'd that happen, you might ask? Well, jumping out of the wagon, seeing Josh wandering down the trail, getting a snake bite. Juana grabs the snake and throws it off into the forest, saving Josh from another snake bite. But in the process, throws out her arm. Just the throw was too hard, and now we're in trouble. Oh well. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I didn't want to size up the situation. I'm good. Ooh, a wooden tree trunk. You are at Chimney Rock. Oh, it's a rock. Would you like to look around? Yeah. Wow, it looks like Old Reliable. Kind of. Okay, cool. Continue. Here we go. Concern Man has measles. Concern Man, are you okay? Okay then. Good to hear it. Do you need any more food or... No, I'm not feeling too well. Okay, I'm gonna just keep going then. We're dancing as we go in the wagon. Dancing as we go in the wagon. Do 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 do. Now we're just standing at the front of this fort. I made an agreement not to trade. How are our supplies looking? Is there anything we absolutely need? If we could get extra wheels, that would be... We're probably going to lose a wheel at some point. And I feel like If people will give me the room to go ahead and trade, I don't know what we would trade. Ammunition is our only asset right now that we can really bear to lose. But what do you guys think? Should we trade so that we can try to get some extra wagon wheels or tongues for the wagon? I think that might be useful. But we're going to take a short break because I haven't drank water since the start of this stream. You can buy stuff. You can buy stuff? Oh, buy supplies. That makes more sense. We have $10. And all of the wagon parts are more than that, sadly. So, that's not an option. If only I was not a poor farmer. Well, I don't think I have leave to trade with people, so we'll just continue on the trail. And we are down below 100, so we're going to stop to hunt as well. Oh, I don't like this terrain. Bam. B. It's funny because I said bam when I shot the gun, and then I said B, which made it Bambi. That's funny. Peak humor. Bam B. Alright, then we continue. Concern Man has dysentery. Josh, you're not supposed to share it. Josh got lost in his snake dysentery days. He wanders off into the forest, and we spend a day looking for him. Meanwhile, Juana's nursing an arm that's only barely healing since a month ago when she broke it. But eventually, I'm able to get back into the wagon after finding Josh. And Juana has typhoid too. Oh no, I think maybe we need to... It's time to size up the situation and increase the food rations because people are getting sick a lot. And now we need to hunt again. Might spend like 5 days hunting just to store up since it's going to get colder soon. I don't know. Do the animals stop coming out when it gets cold? That would make sense, sort of, but not necessarily. I've got a good feeling about going... Oh! Bam. B. Dysentery? Who wants dysentery? Get your dysentery here! Bam, B. ×2. Bambi, the sequel. Zimran's drinking water too. Good. A friend left his water bottle here, and I'll just use that. That does not sound sanitary, but you do use Zimran. Oh, but for people who showed up to the stream late, I'll give you the too long didn't read version of my life recently. So, got Eliana's 2.5 at this point, and she's a beautiful young girl who is she's got very long curly blue eyes and long blonde, long blue hair. Yes. I've shot far too many animals because I got distracted. 1,000 pounds of meat. 900 laying on the side of the road for somebody else to collect. Ouch. That's what taxes are like. Okay, I think that's enough days of hunting. We got about... Wana gets lost. And I say, why would you get lost? And she said, because I wanna. And I was like, okay, I guess that's fate right there. Josh broke a leg. Josh is just having... Josh is struggle busing today. A thief. Oh, and we get to see the thief too. A thief comes in the night and steals one set of clothing. He probably needed it more than we did. Very little water. Very little water. Inadequate grass. Mountains. It's pretty. A severe blizzard. Okay, we're in November and it's blizzarding. Wow, that is not ideal. Gotta say. And we gotta hunt again. I gotta say, not a major fan of the hunt every 5 seconds run of this game, but it's not the worst thing. It's honest work. Bam. B. Bam. Just missed it. I definitely think the strat is to... The best strategy is to shoot the bison if they show up. I can't imagine anyone that plays this game and is like, oh yeah, I shoot every bunny I see. That does not seem cost effective. I wonder, it would be good though, or well, not good, but kind of interesting, if you got a screen at the end that tells you how much food you wasted on the trail when you shoot the bison, and it gives you like some bad carbon footprint award or something. I'm getting better at the movement, though. Ah, the bison just... I'm just gonna say hi. Ah. Do, 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 do. Bam. I didn't say Bambi that time because it wasn't a deer. That one deer just was like, it ran into the dead deer. It was like, oh, I'm gonna leave now. I shouldn't be here. Yeah, you'd better run. Alright. I think we can continue on the trail safely. We've got 800 pounds of food. That's going to last about 80 seconds. Broken wagon wheel. Yes, I need to repair that. Please. We were able to repair it. Yay! It only took a couple days. We'll keep going. Juana has a fever. In the cold? That's not how fevers work. Or that's actually exactly how it works. But still. We're gonna stop to rest. Did we up the food rations? I think we did. I'll make sure we do. And then we'll stop to rest for 3 days to get the health back to better. Health is now very poor. That did not help. I think maybe we need to keep moving. Maybe we need to, you know what? Let's up the pace. I know this is probably stupid, but we're gonna go to a strenuous pace because we need to keep our blood pumping. Severe blizzard. Wanna died. No! I was trying to avoid that. I was feeding you everything. No! Makes sense. It's very cold outside, and I think we lost half of our clothing. Rats. I didn't want you to die. I'm sorry. And Josh has dysentery again. He's just living his best life. He's like, hey guys, I got dysentery again now. Good for you, Josh. Good for you. Wanna died. Concerned man has measles. And a thief is out here in the dead of December, robbing people in blizzards of 65 pounds of food. That is like 10 seconds of hunting that I did. How could you be so disrespectful? Well, I guess I'm gonna hunt in the blizzard now. Why is it not white? I feel like it should be some level of white and not black here. Oh man, I'm whiffing here. My finger's cold on the trigger. Shoot, point blank range. I accidentally pressed spacebar and shot the dead bison. There we go. Alright, we've made up what we got stolen from us. Bad water. It's ice at this point. It's not water. And we got on the wrong trail. Hey guys, guess what? It's a blizzard. It's Christmas! Everybody, we're gonna stop. We're not gonna walk on Christmas. We're going to stop to rest. But actually, let's see. Would you all be interested? Hold on. I gotta make my case to the masses. Would you all be interested in allowing me a chance to trade? Because I know I said I wouldn't trade unless you guys wanted me to. But I feel like on any day, Christmas is the day to trade with people. Community, togetherness, the coming together of people. It's almost a gift exchange, even. I really feel like if there's any point, now is the most appropriate point. After 6 months traveling, losing Wana, we need our spirits lifted up. What do you guys think? Should we trade? I wonder why it's limited to 100 pounds per hunt. Each person should be able to bring back at least 60 to 80 pounds if we're being logical. Well, here's the thing. They're not hunting. It's just me, apparently. I go out to hunt while everyone stays at the wagon and catches dysentery and breaks their arms. What am I going to do with you people? It's like herding cats.
Zimran gives a reluctant.
Oh, reluctant. Sure, we can trade. Oh, yeah. Chris, trade offer meme. Oh, hold on. I could actually do that. Hold on. I can add the text, maybe. Let's see. I can make this happen. Trade offer.
Eliana.
Caution emoji. Okay, here we go. You're about to get something kind of cool. Close enough. Oops. This is the worst meme I've ever seen. But here it is. Trade offer. I receive. Trading with people. You receive. Christmas. Well, if someone wants to screenshot that and how terrible that is in all of its glory, there it is. Ryan receives trade addiction. That's even better. That's funnier than what I said. Okay, let's see. What would Scrooge do? Scrooge would stop to rest, and in doing so, be accosted by 3 spirits. Okay, we're going to, with everyone's permission, trade. You meet another immigrant who wants 1 set of clothing. Of our 6, he will trade you 64 bullets. Well, we are certainly hurting for bullets, don't you think? If it had said 72, I think that would be appropriate. But speaking of, what is that like a Chris Howard stream thing or something? Like, what is the significance of 72? Like, I know that 42 is significant. I wasn't aware of what 72 was significant for. Let's do no to that. No, sir, but we will keep going. So now the day after Christmas, it's Boxing Day, and so of course we trade a little bit more. You meet another one who wants a wagon tongue, and we don't have this. Okay, that was a really terrible Christmas. Worst Christmas ever. We're still sad after everything, but we continue going. You're now at Independence Rock. I thought we left Independence. I'm sorry you couldn't see. That is absolutely my fault. Yes, we will take the time to look around. Why is the grass green? Why is the grass green? No. It is not green. It is the middle of winter. We are dying of cold. Oh boy. Let's see. Let's change the pace. Let's go back to a steady pace. I think that'll improve our health. And we're gonna just keep going. If we can make it through this winter. Oh, crap. No, crud. We've got very cold weather and very poor health. Everybody's gonna die. If we rest, can I improve the health of people, or are we just gonna die in the blizzard? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna stop. Ever since I changed the pace, we've gone down to very poor, so I'm going to go back to a strenuous pace, I think. I don't know if that'll help people. We'll stop and we'll take a second and see. Concerned man has cholera. Let's keep going. One of the oxen died. That's not good. Are we able to even pull it with 1 ox? I think we only have 1 now. Okay, our health got better. Now we're just poor. We've got to try to repair the wagon. We don't have it, so we need to trade for... Okay, so now we've got to sit around and trade until we can find a tongue. That's not ideal. There we go. Yes. Continue. And now the axle's broken. Yes. And we repaired it. Good. I'll hunt for a bit. Bam! I pressed the wrong button again. Oh no, I wasted ammo. Yeah, that was dumb. I can't get out of these rocks. That's unfortunate. Oh wow, it's 8:17. We're already 2 hours and 17 minutes into this stream. I hope you're all enjoying it. I don't know if you were planning to do this. Spend your Saturday evening doing this. I definitely didn't tell anybody ahead of time that I was doing this except for like a few hours ago when I posted the video. But I just kind of got to a point where I was like, you know what? It's been so long since I posted on Entrepreneur, and I've got plans in the works if I can work it out. No promises, but I want to bring some aux cable stuff back. And if I can, that would be great. That's kind of part of what I'm trying to do with Archify, is make it so that part of that business can be the content creation side of things. It might look a little bit differently than it did before, but it's still going to be like that same charm that it had before. I love when the geometry of the map means that animals run in and then leave immediately. And that one moved down. There we go. We are now coming up on having been on the trail for up until February. But our health is fair now. Good. Glad to hear it. Severe blizzard. Now it's poor again. Broken wagon tongue. Would you like to repair it? Yes. There we go. Keep going. That's really unfortunate. Zimran has a fever. That's a good time to stop and hunt. I'm going to stay in this area because I feel like this has a good chance of bison spawning, and I'm going to try to get them. There we go. Got one. Bam. All right. Bambi. Okay, we got a lot of comments. I'm going to read those while this times out. Do the pose. I don't know what the pose is, and even what that comment had to do with, sadly. If you're starving and taking a whole day to hunt, seems like you could go back for a couple loads. Just saying. That's true. You could. And we're hurting to see the game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't remember when I did that, but now you can see the screen. The real question is, why are the mountains pink and purple, right? It's like we're perpetually traveling at sunset. Independence will never leave us, because this is the USA. It is indeed. Forced addiction. Man, we're only going a few miles a day now, instead of the dozens we were doing, right? Did I slow down our pace? I don't think I did. I think it's just because it's cold. How many miles to go? Yeah, let's, yeah, I'm going to try not to kill you, Zimran. Let's, see where we're at. Let's see. Check the map. We're halfway there. Living on a prayer. We've been on this since July. Let's see. Let's count. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. We've been on this for 7 months. And we've gotten halfway there. So apparently it takes 14 months to get there at our current pace. Let's definitely go to strenuous if we're not already there, and continue. You are now at South Pass. Of course I will look around. That was nice. Oh, the trail divides. Which one do we want to do? I feel like Fort Bridger probably has stuff that we want, like supply-wise, but we're not really doing the supply purchase because we have no money. So we're going to just go to Soda Springs, I believe. Right? Let's see. Green River Crossing. Where's that? That's not on the map, so I'm assuming that's at Soda Springs, or like right before it. So let's go to that. Wrong trail. It's a good thing we sat there and tried to decide which trail to go on. Otherwise, we might have gone on the wrong one. Zemran, you've got typhoid. That's not good. Oh, you're getting sick. Indians help find food. That's nice. Let's stop and slow down that pace since Zemran's not doing well. That's better. That's not better. And Josh has measles again. Good. Concern man, everyone's getting the measles! And you broke my wagon. We were able to repair it though. That's fine. Oh no. Concern man's dead now. That's really sad. John, why are you all dying? No! Oh. Oh no. It's because I don't have food. Oh. Oh. I gotta hunt for food now. I thought I had plenty. Bam. The death of 2 comrades isn't enough to... You know what? Actually, in a rage because I've lost so many people. How could I have lost so many people? No! Okay, he's gotten his frustration at being a bad wagon master out, and I think he's gonna be a lot better from here moving on. No! How can I lose so many people? Well, it's just me eating now, and Josh, and... Is it just me and Josh now? No. Who's alive? I can't even remember. Zamran's still alive, so I guess it's me, Zamran, and Josh. And Concerned Man and Wana were the ones that died. Is that how the math... You're unable to continue your journey. You have no oxen to pull your wagon. We have to trade for them. Anyone want some oxen? No? This is hopeless. I don't think anyone's gonna trade me an ox. Oh, hey, someone's selling an ox. Yeah, we'll trade you the clothes off our back. Why not? We're desperate. Zimran, you've got dysentery. It took us like 2 months to trade for another ox. Now it's April. Wow, the weather is pretty nice here. That's yeah, that's my bad. I thought I had food. I don't know how I missed that. I suppose we should hunt for food one more time since we're down to 40. Ooh, they like that terrain. Bear. He barely made it. Oh, I hit that. I totally hit that. Did y'all see that? Now, that one I definitely whiffed. I did not hit that one at all. Bambi, no! Ah. Don't know how I ended up here. Oh. What? I don't know what I pressed. I have no idea what I pressed. But I just ended the game. There are times when life throws you odd twists and turns. No, I didn't save the game. See, it said, do you want to save the game? And I was presented with a choice of yes or no. And I was like, no, I'm not leaving the game, so I don't need to save it. You're right. You're right, Daniel. It's time to find a void and scream into it. Ah! Ah! I guess we're just staying in Colorado. Rest in peace. Well, I didn't really want to be in California without Juana or Happy Man, Concern Man. Man, that hurts. What did I even press? How did I do that? I need to watch. I'm watching the stream back over to see what happened. Let me take a look here. I want to make sure that doesn't happen again. Barely. Oh, that. Okay, so I press the space bar. I don't even know what I pressed. It just showed up. I suppose I should go back and look and see if there's like... Is there a... let me refresh this. See if there's like a set of shortcuts I need to avoid or something. Management options?
Maybe the system just glitched.
Maybe Hannah says maybe the system glitched. Yeah, no, there's nothing. Learn about the trail. Why does the trail sometimes kick you off of the trail when you're doing just fine minus 2 people? Oh, here we go. Control S turns off the sound. Escape key. If you press twice, maybe that's what I did? That makes sense. Oh, well. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, someone's leaving. Who's leaving? Zimran's leaving. Oh, thank you for joining us, Zimran. I'm glad you were able to show up. By the next stream, you'll be in a new house. Well, enjoy the new house. Good luck on the move and everything. Stay classy. Yeah, at least you lived. You're living the rest of your life in Colorado, buddy. Sorry. All right, well, I don't know if I want to play more Oregon Trail or if I want to just hang. Maybe just hang. I think this is a good place to end the stream. Pretty close here, but we did talk about we were going to do a impromptu Fantastic Fridays, I believe. So, of course, that means we need to go to checkaday.com, which is where we find all of the holidays. Today is Babe Ruth Day, Bob Wills Day. Here, let me fix this so that you can see it better. There we go. Pardon the ads. I can actually probably fix that. Make it so you can't see the ads more or less. There we go. I'm not gonna stay leaking, Zimran. That's weird. That's just weird. Where am I supposed to be leaking from? Think about that. And then stop saying it because it's weird. I don't get it. Eeyore's birthday. Aw, Eeyore's birthday. Wait, that's dumb. Hold on. Guys, I want you to all think for a second. How do birthdays work? You are born on a day and you observe that date. That number calendar day. And yet, take a look here at what... Here, I'll even use my little person to show you what's going on here. What does it say we celebrated on? We celebrated on the last Saturday of April. It says right here. You see that? That's not how birthdays work, holiday person. There's your first comment on how this is supposed to work. That's my 2 cents there. Let's see, what else do we have? We have International Design Day. I kind of like that. I'm a designer at heart. That's interesting. Also known as ID is amusing though. On another note, I just realized this is the last Saturday of April, which is insane. Can you imagine it? Like April's almost over. That's crazy. That means we are 4 months in to this small business with Archify, that's wild to me. Just that we've made it this far and that we're doing pretty all right. Marine Mammal Rescue Day, Marconi Day, Matanzas Mule Day. That's fascinating. I want to learn more about that one. Celebrates all mules on National Mule Day, but today we just remember the Matanzas mule. How is that pronounced? Matanzas. I misspelled it, but that's fine.
Matanzas.
Oh, exactly the way I said it. Good. North shore of Cuba. One casualty of the bombardment during the Spanish-American War was a mule, and the Spanish buried it with full military honors. About 200 people were present for its burial, including members of the militia, volunteers, Marines, and distinguished officers. They walked in a procession as melancholy music played. Officers spoke at the grave, muskets were shot off, and the mule was lowered into the ground, wrapped in a Spanish flag. Although the mule was buried centuries ago, we remember it again today, and the sacrifice it made for its country. So hold on. It says, this was at the beginning of the Spanish-American War. The United States Navy fired on Matanzas, which is a city on the north shore of Cuba. And a casualty of the bombardment was a mule. And we're saying that it made a sacrifice for its country. Here is my live Fantastic Fridays reaction to that information. If you're calling what is essentially a civilian casualty a sacrifice made for your country, I feel like you don't understand what that means. Because when someone makes a sacrifice for a country, that is intended, that is something they do, they lay down something that they have willingly for some greater good, and they aren't just blown up in the crossfire between two warring countries. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that description doesn't quite hit right to me personally. Let's see. What do we have? Why do we always celebrate George Washington's birthday on a Monday? Same thing. That doesn't make any sense. George Washington is rolling over in his grave like, that's not the day I was born! That's not the day I was born! Oh, Yukbin here thinks that Eeyore should have a fictional birthday since he is a fictional character. I suppose that makes sense. Oh, Propelling Point has a good propelled point, and that's that Eeyore always has the day off on his birthday. That makes sense. We should celebrate his birthday on another day so that he can have his birthday to himself. What if we hung out on your Discord after the stream? Sure, that works. I'm down for that. We could play, let's see, Among Us. We could play something. If the mule was a military mule, it was technically in the service. Was it a military mule? Let's see. It says they bombarded a city, and a casualty was a mule. It says the Spanish buried it with full military honors. I suppose we'd have to look this up even further. The Matanzas mule. Is there anything? I want like a Wikipedia article on this if it's possible. Here we go. This looks promising. And I want specifically information on the mule. The first report. Good damage to the batteries. Several men had been killed. Projectiles had fallen into the city. These must have been shells intended for Punta Gorda, but aimed far too high. A subsequent report said that little or no injury had been done to the works, and as for the losses, the only casualty was the death of a mule. So this is actually breaking news. Interesting part of the story is that this was a civilian mule, if that's a thing. Is that they were aiming for, what was it they were aiming for? Basically, they were aiming for the military, for the actual militants, not for the city. But they aimed their shells too high and accidentally hit the city. And thankfully, no one in the city was hurt, just a mule. Which, can you imagine? You own a mule and you're in the city. And you're like, well, at least we're a good distance from the fighting. No one's going to get hurt. And then a shell just falls on your mule. That has to be the most terrifying thing. Like, not the most terrifying. Like, I can think of more terrifying things. But, like, that's so unexpected. You're talking to somebody after the fact. You're like, how was your day? Well, stubbed my toe, but I'm doing all right. How was your day? A shell blew up my mule. Oh, well, that's bad. Yeah, but my mule was buried with military honors. Oh, well, that's a little bit better, I suppose. Like I will say, from what I can tell, it was the Spanish military that helped with burying the mule. Let's see. Oh, wait, let's see. The story, I want to read this. This story of the sad death of a mule at Matanzas was probably not meant to be taken seriously. It was a playful satire on the wildly exaggerated accounts of the bombardment circulated by the more sensational newspapers in the U.S. Some of these were the work of pure imagination. It so happened that the only one of the numerous press boats was with the squadron when Matanzas was attacked. All the rest were off Havana, for Admiral Sampson had given no hint of his intentions, but the boat belonging to the New York Herald followed the flagships. Its correspondents were the fight. I don't know what that means. Then the little steamer ran back to the quay. I don't even know if any of this has to do with the mule anymore. Some of its rivals had, it is true, wonderful stories of the bombardment, but they were highly colored romances based on a small foundation of fact gleaned from the telegraph operators, who could not help talking about the great news from Cuba. So, yeah, not much more on here about the mule, but basically, from what I can tell, the Spanish military while they're fighting off this attack from the U.S., was that what it was? The U.S. was attacking, and they hit the mule? Yeah, U.S. Navy fire on Matanzas. Fascinating. You learn something new every day. That's the one thing I really loved about doing Fantastic Fridays, was just like learning, wow, that was odd. These are odd things that happened. So Matanzas Mule Day, everybody. The day that we celebrate, or we observe the death of a mule that got hit by the U.S. because we don't know how to aim, apparently. Hey, if Zimran were still here, I would say, hey, at least my aiming in the hunting at the beginning wasn't as bad. I didn't kill a mule by accident. I killed deer on purpose. That's better. Happy Man says, is the Discord Patreon exclusive? No, it is not. It is, I think you're in it, aren't you? If you're not, I can get you an invite. But the Patreon I started back when I did the Among Us live stream, because I wanted a place where we could do proximity chat for that, I believe. It might have been a little bit around that, but the Discord is not Patreon exclusive. Speaking of Patreon, I'm gonna plans to revamp that, because with the way that I have in mind to do the aux cable moving forward, I think there's going to be some perks that you'll really like. So if everyone's interested, the frequency of content is meant to go up from this point on. So if you have not subscribed to the Patreon yet and you would like to, there's some great stuff coming. Joshua Morgan, seems implied otherwise if it's getting honors, but maybe the Spaniards are just weird. Yeah, no, the Spaniards are just weird. They honored the mule even though it was a civilian. Yeah, let me get you guys some invites here. Now, how to do this so that it doesn't just flood anyone who can find the stream? Oh wait, no, I'm friends with you, Happy Man, so I can just send you a link through Discord. Let's see. You've been here. Yeah, that is the plan in my head. I'm thinking I'm gonna change a little bit about how the aux cable goes. I haven't had a chance to talk this over with Matthew even. Like, this was just something I was talking to Hannah about the other day. But I realized the reason aux cable slowed down is because we were recording like hour-long episodes, and it was taking forever to record, and it was taking forever to edit. Simultaneously, it was making it so that the chance the podcast had to grow in viewership was a bit stagnated, because we were doing like 3 separate topics that had no relevance to each other in the same episode, which means that if you care about the second topic and you want to listen to the episode for that, you got to wait like 30 minutes for it. And so I eventually kind of just made the decision, okay, or not the decision, but like just the thought, and I was talking to Hannah about this. I was saying, what if we did the aux cable again, but we made it like closer to 25 minute episodes, and we just did one topic, and that would make it so that we could record a single episode within 30 minutes, and then that in tandem with, I've just gotten, in the past 3-4 years, I've gotten way better at editing, way faster, and now Hannah's learned to edit a ton as well. And so that's also likely to reduce the time that it would take to do that. And so I thought, okay, if that's all the case, we could theoretically do like a 2-hour filming or recording, get 4 episodes out and release each of those, like edit them all within the period it would take to edit, 2 hours of footage, or audio. Basically take maybe 3 hours to record and edit. And that would take, an afternoon to get through it all, and then there's 4 episodes. That's just the thought that I had in my head. I know that, I have these thoughts and then I actually get into it and it takes more time, especially if I want to continue doing the fun stuff like the skits that the Aux Cable had, which I love. I want to keep doing that. But that's a thought I've had recently, and especially like now that we're like 4 months into Archify, we've gotten past the strenuous parts. I'm going to tell a quick story time about Archify. We started January 1st. We called people like a CPA, so like that's a certified public accountant, and a lawyer, just to talk to them and say, hey, we're planning to build this business. What do we need to know ahead of time? How can you help us? That sort of thing. And the CPA told us you should start your business in the new year because then you don't have to deal with 2023 taxes for the business. You just have to do 2024 taxes for that business. And we said, sounds good. So January 1st, I wanted to hit the ground running. And that was the day that I came down with basically COVID. The COVID test said it wasn't COVID, but it basically felt like COVID. And here's how COVID works for me, at least the times I've had it, is that it makes my eyes burn whenever I look at computer screens. Not great for building a digital business when you need to build the website, you need to register online, all those things. It was terrible. 2 weeks of like pure torture as I can only like work for short periods on building the business. And on top of that, we had several clients lined up that in January, they like maybe about 60% of them said, hey, finances are tough. We actually can't keep going with video. Not the brightest start to a business. It was like, we still trusted God. We still knew that we were going to get through it, but it was just like, man, what a start for the first 2 weeks of the business. I'm basically sick and can't do anything. And then the next, and that's not just me. Hannah was sick too. Eliana was sick for a bit. It was a sad sight to see. And then on top of that, the 2 weeks after, finally I was able to like get back into networking, and that helped because I was able to find several clients through some networking efforts, especially because my soon-to-be brother-in-law, because my sister Caitlin is engaged, he introduced me at the beginning of the year to this networking group. It's been fantastic, phenomenal. Been able to make a lot of connections to that. And so yeah, I get back into networking, but here's the second issue, is that during that month of January, I hired the CPA to do like our tax work, but also to help with setting up the entity and everything. That did not go well at all because we were calling in between being sick and everything and saying like, hey, how's the setup going? And they would keep getting back to us and saying, hey, we have your information. We're working on the setup. It's just taking a little bit of time and we're short-staffed. And so I'm like, okay, I get it. But weeks go by, and finally they finish setting up the entity, and they get us our employer identification number, which is important because you need that for setting up a bank account for the business. And we do all of this stuff. We finally set up the bank account, and we say, okay, how about payroll? Because they were also supposed to set up our payroll for us so that we could get paid. And we didn't do a ton of business in January because we were sick and all the clients had disappeared. But by February, we'd found a bit more clients, we were making more money, and I was like, okay, so can we get payroll set up? And they said, yeah. And then March rolls around, and payroll's still not set up. And like there was a date on the paperwork that I filled out that I thought that we were going to get paid, and then we weren't. Nothing happened. And I was like, where's our money? And I called them, and they say, yeah, we can get payroll set up for you. And I'm like, yeah, you're supposed to. And then I say, okay, so when? And they say, well, when do you want to get your payroll set up? I say, well, how about today? And they say, well, we would like a week of advance notice. Come to find out, through talking with some people in that same networking group I was talking about, that this CPA I chose is not got a good reputation. In fact, one of the people I talked to had actually fired them previously. So that's how you know Google reviews aren't always what they seem. So fired them, got rid of them, found a better CPA. They got it set up basically immediately. Yickman here. I need you to explain to me what 72 means because I don't get it. For all I know, I should get it, but I don't understand the reference, and I would love to understand the reference. That said, the Daniel Elliott says, sounds worse than pain in the arms when using a keyboard. Exactly. It was exactly like that. Just completely incapacitating. Why are you putting yourself in a timeout, Chris? That... Don't abuse your admin powers, not even against yourself. Oh no. Chris is a moderator. That's funny. But no, so basically, eventually we got payroll set up and everything. And that was the rigmarole for the first few months. It's been really nice this past month because we were finally able to stop focusing on setting up the business, like getting the website set up, getting payroll set up, firing a CPA, all of that. We were able to get past the structural stuff that we had to do and get more into the fun stuff, the editing, the just running the business, finding new clients. We even built an invoice, or not an invoice. We built a portfolio as well. And I'd love to show that to you guys right here. So arcfymedia.com is the website. Look at that. You have a story worth telling. Here's how we do it. Videography, video editing, drone services, and motion graphics and animation. I need to fix that. It should not cut off the word like that. But that's just because I've got this it's a minimized window. Let's see some examples. You click on that, takes you to our portfolio page. And we've got all these videos that I've done. These are videos I've done. Some of them are stuff I've done since making the business, and some of it is stuff that I did beforehand that I just got the rights to show. But I've got stuff like this video. This is really cool. This is a video I did for there was a fundraiser, and it was for I think it was a cop that had died. Yeah. And they wanted to honor him and do a fundraiser for his family. And so this was the event that they did. They did a polo match. And I got to use this do this awesome drone footage. They had kids running around during like the halftime points. And then they had this plane fly over and drop all these toys with parachutes out of it. It was really cool. And I just got to run around and get cool footage of the event and everything that was happening. But I was also able to get some footage at the stables where I got this shot of a hat and like their polo association book. And yeah, it was just a really cool video that I did for GVC Mortgage. I felt really proud for that one. I also did, let's see, what are some other good videos I've done? This is a donut shop. Sadly, they closed a year or two ago. I think the pandemic just didn't do them very well. But they're a custom donut shop.
Bacon on a donut?
Also, this is cropped weird because
It's not just about the donuts. Anybody can do
Let me
donuts.
shrink
Donuts
this
are
down.
easy. We keep our donuts high quality, but it's about the experience. Every world you can imagine, age-wise, comes in and it feels like home. We keep it upbeat, positive, friendly, and happy. It's a high-quality gourmet donut. It's a different take on donuts.
I hope you guys
We
can
offer
hear
6
this.
different icings and about 14 different toppings.
That might be
We can
better.
build it just the way you want it. I think what makes us different is our customers are not just potential sales to us. Our customers are our friends, and they're people in our community. I love being associated with that. It's not just, we need to sell some donuts. You know what I mean? It's not just about that. It's about family, it's about friends, it's about community, it's about many things, and donuts are kind of the backdrop.
Ella Menray, who is my brother, says, "Who dis?" And Corn's here too. Oh, you know what? I should have just thrown a thing into the Hobos chat so that you guys could see me. But yeah, you missed. We played Oregon Trail. We played Oregon Trail a bit, and I died within like 3 weeks the first time because I was trying to make it super hard on myself. And then the second time, I didn't die. We got to Colorado, and then I accidentally exited out of the game without saving. So, not great. Now, at this point, I've rage quit, and I'm just, we've been talking about Archify and stuff, I'm showing our portfolio page, and what I was just showing was Quack Daddy Donuts. They used to be in Pendleton, but now they're closed down. But back when they were there, I made a pretty good promo for them. But yeah, I'm really proud of this. It took us a while to like get permission to show a ton of these videos, because a lot of this is work that I did for GBC Mortgage, and I had to like kind of curate the videos I wanted to use and then go through them with them. But yeah, this we've also been talking about a holiday centered around a mule. That was fun. Let's see. So yeah, for everyone who doesn't know, Elemen Ray is my brother, and Cornelius is my brother-in-law. And they get, Aaron says, I get life updates weekly. You do. His specialty sub. He doesn't even have to pay for the Patreon to get that. But yeah, we've been doing all kinds of things. We're doing some Fantastic Fridays live for a bit. Also, this stream is to celebrate Punuary late for 3 or 4 years. So we've been making our fair amount of puns. One pun in particular, when I was hunting an Oregon Trail, I would say "bam" every time I shot a deer, and then followed up with "B." I'd say "bam, B." It was fun. It was a good time. Good time. Sorry you missed it. Going back to Check-A-Day, I'm curious if there were any other holidays worth noting. Let's see. National Day of Puppetry is fun. National Gummy Bear Day. I think we have... Do we have gummy bears?
We might. Once upon a time we did, and I don't remember if we ate them, like put them into ice cream, or if they're still here.
Sure.
Looks like we consumed them.
Sadness.
We have jelly beans. That would be the closest thing.
Jelly beans are close, I suppose.
Or in which case... Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh, goodness. It's Eliana's jelly beans. Everyone should see this. These are jelly beans mixed with goldfish, because those were the two things that Eliana got from Easter, but they were all just put together. So that's a fun little...
Pure jelly beans.
Oh, yeah. I'll take the pure jelly beans. You can have your fun concoction if you want. Eliana's right here off camera. Hello. Yeah, camera. Yeah.
Also, Eliana made a splint, apparently.
She made a splint? Everyone take a look at this. These are bracelets.
Well, they're hair ties, but
or hair ties.
she uses them as...
But Hannah must wear every single one.
My daughter has...
To appease the toddler. Oh yeah, Cornelius said I get life updates during D&D. Cornelius is one of the ones that plays D&D with me. Not that Zimran's here anymore. Zimran was saying that he felt that it was a bit spiritually off, which is... That was a fun conversation. A fun conversation. Did Hannah break her arm on the trail? Hannah did not join us on the trail, for good reason. Because I crashed things on the trail. But yeah, I'm gonna eat some jelly beans because that's the closest thing I can get to Gummy Bear Day. Okay. There we go. I've got it resized again. Alright. Rebuilding day. Prime rib day. Ooh. Nope. The meat store is closed by now. Too late. Tell a story day. How perfect. Since I'm telling stories about how I've built a business to tell stories. That's just perfect. Now the time to tally up how many holidays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 holidays. 23 holidays on April 27th. There's almost as many holidays as the date number of the month. Devil Dog Day. I'm kind of curious what that's all about. Devil dogs are treats that consist of 2 layers of devil's food cake with cream sandwiched between them. That just sounds like a chocolate Twinkie. Devil dog. Okay. Interesting. Also known, I think, as a ding dong. But it's a hot dog sized ding dong. By the way, I'm curious, how has the quality been? Like, when I move my arms around and everything, has it been pretty good? This stream, my audio been pretty alright? This is the first time I think I've successfully gotten through a stream using the Canon camera. I think what happened last time was, so when you're using a Canon camera as your webcam, you've got to set it up with a utility, basically some firmware for your computer so that it can translate it. And previous times there was a firmware update that I hadn't done yet, and so since then I had to download said firmware update due to some work stuff, and so now it works, and I think it's been pretty good. Yickben here says the stream's been great. Good. Oh, and Mizuski's here. New eyes. Who dis? Yeah, this is Ryan. You know what, everyone? I don't think we ever figured out who
I looked
that
up
one
the
person was.
invite list, and I couldn't think of any tall guys with gravelly voices. Like,
Attended wedding.
I couldn't find anybody.
Who could it be? Now I want to search and see if their username is on Discord or something. There was someone that came in and they were like doing a... I don't want this jelly bean. Do you want it?
She's been trying to offer it to me for the last few
Yummy
minutes.
jelly bean. Parenthood is being offered food by a child who has the most adorable eyes and is offering it with such pure intentions. But it has lint. And it's clearly been clutched in their hand, their sweaty palm, for no less than 3 minutes. Hence the lint, which is not a result of the ground, but just a result of grubby hands and dust flying through the air being attracted to this sweat-infused jelly bean, which already had very little nutritional value, and now probably has negative nutritional value, if it didn't already. But they offer it to you with such hope, such kind concern in their eyes. You need this jelly bean. You deserve this jelly bean. You are my favorite person in the whole wide world, and I want to offer this jelly bean to you as a token of my affection and undying appreciation for everything you do to me. Everything you do for me as a parent. Will you take this jelly bean? I will not be disclosing how often I say, how could I say no to that face? Today I was able to do it. I was able to manage it. I think partially because I've not had dinner yet. And so I'm a little bit more picky about what goes into my currently low constitution body. Daniel Elliott says a few times it stuttered, but that's good. That's good. I can buy that. I can deal with that. I can roll with that. Yickman here says, it was Einzwig, a German username that means a branch or a twig. Okay, Yickman here. I'm gonna throw this out there. I know one other person who has a very secretive German username, and his name's Yickman here. Do you know who that was? Is that one of your lackeys, possibly? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yickman here
is counting the live stream, in which case I don't recall who all watched the live stream.
We gotta scroll up and see this riddle again. Einswick did say, must go now, sad face. Goodbye, Daddy Maddie. Remember this word, machinations. Okay, that sounds even more familiar. I'm gonna do some searching. No, no idea. Yeah, I know, you've been here. I'm not saying you were at my wedding. I'm saying that someone was at my wedding, and someone else also has a fascination with German usernames. So maybe you know this person, perhaps. Apparently not. I apologize if you're all getting Jelly Bean ASMR right now. Alright, well, I'm kind of exhausted. This was supposed to be a 2-hour stream. It turned into over 3, so I'm not complaining, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to doing more. But thank you, everybody who came and joined in. I'm gonna go get some food. Everyone feel free to, if anyone else needs a link to the Discord, I'm pretty sure everybody who is asking for a link is friends with me on Discord. So just message me on Discord. My username's Punryan. So you should be able to find me there. And if you message me, I'll send you a link to the Discord. But we might, after I get some food, pop in and just do some chilling. So thank you everybody for watching. Appreciate you joining for this very long-awaited Punuary live stream, and hope you'll have a very nice day.